should feed our mind with positivity. We should feed our mind with expectation. We should feed our mind with targets. Are we getting it? With targets. So when you look into the book, and the auto suggestion, he gave like step-by-step instruction to exercise your auto suggestion. That was where he made reference to separate yourself, go to a quiet place, meditate upon your dream, think about it. And he believed that as you are meditating upon it, you begin to get ideas, draw ideas from certain areas, or let me say the supernatural, to help you work towards your dream. And then he also brought in so I wanted to talk about the statement he said we should write. I don't know if you came across it. The statement, your financial statement, that you have to read it every day, every night before you sleep. And as you are doing that, you are feeding your subconscious mind. I hope are you recalling? Are you recalling this? Yes. So as you are feeding your subconscious mind with your financial statement, he believes that as you are feeding it day and night, every morning when you wake up, every evening when you are going to sleep, you are what? You are pushing it into your subconscious mind to the point that whenever you step out to take an action, it will automatically reflect on whatever you are doing. I hope you are getting it. And it's a very powerful exercise that we have to do, because one thing I have come to study is that, positivity and negativity, and that part of our mind is such that it's not like where memories, it's not that part of our mind where we keep memories. It's that part of our mind that does not really occur to us all the time. But based on constant feeding, like it begins to show in your attitude and your behavior. It's that place where when you see yourself to be ugly, everything, like you don't, if you look at yourself in the mirror, you see ugly. Like you see ugly. It doesn't bring any beautiful thing in your eye. Are you getting me? Is that part of our mind? If I should say, I'll say that's our belief, where our belief is. The subconscious. It's not something you are conscious about. That's why it's called subconscious. You are not conscious about how it's, should I say, rotates or cause you to act. You are not conscious about it. You don't know that this thing I'm doing because, the other time I said to myself, I'm very ugly. That is why you are dressing shabby. It doesn't occur to you every day. But because you have fed yourself constantly that I am ugly. So when you are dressing, you don't even try to appeal anybody. I hope you are getting. Yes. Acceptance is that state of mind that you accept either positivity or negativity. And Napoleon is teaching us that it's a very powerful place that we have to feed our positivity. We have to feed our mind with positivity. Our ideas, the dreams we want to achieve, we should push them there so that in whatever we are doing, they will reflect and we will begin to work towards them. So to him, he believes that your auto-suggestion is your third step to riches. And the fourth step is, who can help us? The fourth step. And who can explain? Specialized knowledge.
Acquiring a skill that also developing it so that to attract other people to be able to pay for it. That's how I understand it.
Any other issue? Okay, so with the specialized knowledge, he was talking about like having the mastermind to create something. That is where your creativity, comes from. Like looking for skill, something that will make you stand out from the normal.
I know when you were talking about the creation of value doors and other unique.
The specialized knowledge is where he was talking about the kettle. He used the kettle as an example that someone traded a kettle. Am I getting it right? Yes. That is the specialized knowledge. So the person, when he went to trade the kettle, the person with another skill so that this kettle cannot just like, it can be upgraded and be sold and be used for household, because that time I think he said it was being used at a restaurant also, and then the person upgraded it and it became a household instrument. So with your specialized knowledge, he believed that you make yourself specific. Specific, so people know you for this particular field. People know you for this particular expertise. People know you for, but at the end of the day, it makes you stand out. I hope you are getting it. It makes you stand out. You will not be like jack of all trades. And it's like you're adding value to something, to an idea. Like we have a phone. We all have phones. Someone can choose that, okay, with this phone, what else can we do with this phone? Or how best can we mold this phone to make it so accommodating even for kids? I hope you are getting it. And then that person goes to seek knowledge and decide that, okay, I'm going to study about technology. I'm going to see how best I can also come and upgrade this phone. Then when he brings in that new idea, you will see that people will rush to go and get it. So you don't just, he's basically saying you just don't live by what you know. You always make sure that you are looking for the advanced way of doing things. So whatever idea you have, you want to work towards, whatever dream you have, you want to work towards, you always have to look for what skill do I need to acquire to advance ahead of my competitors. Because you should know that whatever dream you are having or whatever burning desire you have, someone also has it. To do that same thing you want to do. Your ideas are not original. But that added advantage, that special knowledge you attach to that idea is what will make you go a step higher than those who originated or originally had the idea. I hope you are getting it. Then we have imagination. So that one talks about the creative ideas and the synthetic ideas. And he was also sharing that with the imaginations, as in imagining yourself in your dreams, and then coming out with creative ideas. I hope you are getting creative ideas in that particular. So with an example, out of this book, and after reading that part, and he spoke about the synthetic ideas, adopting ideas out of what people have already created and polishing it up. I also created a self toolkit. So this is what I have done. A self toolkit, assessment self toolkit from the book Think and Grow Rich, where you realize when you read the book, there are a lot of exercises in there, a lot of self-improvement exercises, the personal inventory, and then the special self-analysis questions. There are self-analysis questions in there, and I have picked them out, and I've created my own self-assessment toolkit, which I'll be using to assess myself. Because opening the book every day to go and read and be assessing myself will be a bit challenging, will make it a bit difficult. But I'm creating my own. Now, if I'm able to print this out and I have it in my bag, every evening when I'm going to sleep and I pick my assessment book, I assess myself and I put it down. Then I'll be able to fast track my self improvement. I hope you are getting it. Yes. So that is the fifth stage of steps to riches, the 13 steps to riches. Then we come to organized planning. It is that stage where he spoke about bringing people on board concerning your idea, your dreams. You have to have a plan. You have to have a strategy in achieving it. And he also emphasized the fact that you cannot pursue your dreams all alone, all by yourself. You need other people to also bring in their views. You need other people to also bring in their opinion and also draw a roadmap to achieving it. It's not necessarily you have to gather people around you like every day. Okay, now I want to create, how do I? But making sure that you have people whom you are drawing ideas for. I hope you are getting it. So TCA mentorship class can be part of your organized planning. You come here, you draw a few ideas, you go and add up. You go maybe church, you draw a few ideas, you add up. At the end of the day, when you become successful, you do not say that, oh, I did it all by myself. Even your conscience will not will judge you and say that, hey, some of the ideas came from TCA mentorship class. Some of these ideas. But you have to have a plan. And your plan will direct your steps. Who and who to associate with. Who to contact, to mingle, your associates. It will tell you your associate will determine whether you'll be rich or you'll be poor. The kind of people you connect with. So at this point, I realized that even with life itself, if you are blessed to have a parent or a guardian who is an empowerment person or someone who is really strategic and the person can really guide you in these areas, then life is all about planning. If you can get someone who can help you plan and put the kind of school you are supposed to attend, the kind of courses you are supposed to do, the kind of people you are supposed to connect with, and the rest. Attaining success is not difficult. And we see that in our days. Now, parents are being careful the kind of schools they have to take their kids to. Not because some are pushing themselves to pay high school fees, not because they want to put themselves or they want to be equal with other people, but they know the essence of having a classmate. Some particular classmates. How it can contribute to your success. I hope you are getting it. I have told the class a couple of times that I was recommended here. So just imagine if I didn't know the person who recommended me to be here. Will I be here? Are we getting it? Are we getting it? So it's all about planning, and associate is very, very important. So the people you have in your circles, the people you bring around your dreams, around your ambitions, around your ideas are very, very important. If you will be successful, part depends on them. If you fail, part depends on them. So Napoleon is advising us that we should always make sure that we have an organized planning. Have a backup plan. Don't always move with plan A. Always have your plan B down so that if plan A fails, plan B will work. And there's one language that coach has been speaking to us so many times. I think when we began the class, this is one of the things that is one of the constant keywords he has been mentioning. Plan, 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 have a plan, have a plan, have a plan. And I am trying it recently and I have realized that indeed, if you develop a plan for yourself, and it all came out of reading this, if you develop a plan for yourself, it makes life easier. And it makes you focus because you know that this is where I want to get to. This is the plan to get where I'm getting. So you work accordingly. You don't waste time. You don't, yes. It saves you time and resources and energy. So it's very, very important that we always make sure we have an organized plan for our dreams and ideas and whatever we want to do. And then the seventh step is decision. Decision is one of the difficult, should I say, things to do in life. To make a decision. But I think when you read the book, he says that decision is all about taking risk. If you want to wait to make sure it's right, by the time you realize you would have lost the opportunity. But so you always have to make sure that you have your thinking cap on. And if you follow these steps, I believe that by the time you get to the decision point, you should be able to make decisions as quick as possible. Because you already have your burning desire. You believe in it. You have fed your mind. Your mind is positive about it. It's a no negatives. You have your ideas, like you have the kind of ideas you want to put in place. You have your plans down. So where from doubt? Where from indecisiveness? Are we getting it? So if you get to this point and you are not able to decide that this is what I want to do and I'm going for it, I want to be a coach, therefore I am working towards it, you will never be able to achieve success. You will never be able to achieve the riches or the wealth you want to achieve. Because if you get here and you are not able to decide that I want to work with one person, I want to move with this person, I want to, at the end of the day, and everybody who comes to you, that is one thing boss has been saying. He says that he finds it very difficult to bring people in among our work environment in terms of staff. So he's very decisive, like when it comes to those things, because he has a standard. He has a standard kind of working environment he wants. So if he's bringing a different person in, it's very difficult for him because he doesn't know what the person is bringing on board. So I believe this makes him make sure that whoever is coming on board has the standard he's also looking for. And I believe if you have that, it's not difficult to decide that someone should join or someone shouldn't join. I hope you are getting it. So if you are moving with a particular idea, you are working for a particular organization, you are working for a particular company, and you know what you are pursuing. You know if the field the company is working is your field. You know the position you want to attain over there. You have your plan, everything. You are attending the school you need to attend. You are acquiring the skills you need to acquire. I don't think if someone should bring another offer anywhere because of quick money, you should jump to it. Because you have your plan, you have everything, you know where you want to get to, what you are working towards. So it should be able to help you decide whether you should jump to the quick money or you should wait and work through your plan to get to where you want to get to. Are we good? That is the seventh step. And then the eighth step is persistence. Persistence. And it's one thing that we mostly, even in our Christian life, we find it difficult. But it's results driven. It's one particular attitude or character that if you're able to build for yourself, you'll be able to achieve a lot of results. Being persistent in whatever you are doing. Some of us will go a bit, then we fall back. We go a bit far, then we get back before. That was why I shared when we were commemorating this place. And I shared the story of how our boss said it began. It began with an idea. But if they were not persistent in pursuing it, we wouldn't be sitting here. So you have to be persistent. There have been challenges. There have been a lot of challenges in getting here and achieving this. If you begin something you cannot finish, how then do you want to attain success? How then do you want people to celebrate you? You cannot be celebrated if you have not achieved anything, if you have not made any mark, if you have not made or created any standard, if you have not set any record. Why should we celebrate you? What you started, you haven't finished. So there is this book I read. The title is escaping me right now, but it says, is it finish? The grace to finish. The grace to finish. I will try and get it, but it's about making sure that you always finish. You get to the finishing line. And even there's a scripture, it says that the beginning of a thing does not matter, but the end thereof. So starting the thing is not really a matter. Like there's nothing enthusiastic about starting something. Yeah, for the startup, everybody will say, "Hey, now, oh wow, your idea is very great. Oh, it's nice." But celebration will always come when you are done and they have seen the finishing work. When we were putting this place up, nobody came to stand here to say, "Oh, the place is people." Oh, it's nice. We see how it's okay. But now people, wow. The excitement is different. So if you want a different reaction or a higher reaction, then you go for higher results. Are we good? And then the ninth step is the power of the mind, the mastermind. The power of the mastermind. And the mastermind comes back to the specialized knowledge he was making reference to. That having a mastermind, a plan, like this is my master idea, this is my mind right now, and taking authority over it and working towards it is very powerful. We were just talking about how powerful that idea you have is and how it can change situations around you. Then the third step is the mystery of sex transmutation. It's one of the interesting parts I read in the book. I didn't read, but it's one of the interesting parts I read because it made me begin to see sex in a different way. Not sex like, but it made me realize that how we fantasize sex is not even just that. But he was talking about how you bring your emotions. You bring your emotions into whatever you are doing. You bring your feelings. Like how when you are aroused for sex, you will do anything to make sure you enjoy it. Am I being a bad? The way you are looking at my it's like
I think even in the book they try to describe it from
from having, but he made, he made that, should I say, that connection where, let's be real, none of us here is a child. We are all adults, right? Lorisha, how old are you? Lorisha, how old? 22. You are old enough to know about sex. Oh, please. So he was talking about how we have to transmute our feelings for sex into our ideas, into pursuing our dreams. And he was sharing an example with public speakers how if you want to be a charismatic leader, that was when he spoke about leadership. That if you want to be a leader or an inspirational leader or someone who draws attention, then you have to add a bit of sexuality, a seduction to your act. And when you look at, I don't know if you people have been seeing this guy, this international speaker, Vusi. You've seen how he's stylish with his, you get it. So when I got to that part, I saw that what he's saying is really true. It's really true. So he was talking about we bringing our sex life into our ideas and making sure that the feelings we have or that drives us to having sex with our partner, we will put that same feelings into driving us to achieving our dreams. The 11th step was about the subconscious mind again. And then the brain, that is where he came to talk about the parts of the brain and the rest. And then the 13th step was the door to the temple of wisdom. There are other, the 14th chapter and the 15th chapter talked about the fears, certain fears that the fear of death, fear of losing, the fear of sickness, and about 6 big fears that we face. And also he talked about the old man if I have done this, if I do this, what would be like having doubts. So the book is a very, should I say, thought-provoking book that if we take time to read, it will really help us. For me, I have learned a lot from the book, and I am believing that whatever I acquired out of the book will go a long way to help me. And I have started practicing a few of the steps, and so far it's going well. So I'll encourage us all, those of us who have not really taken time to complete it, please let's do our best to complete the books that are being given to us. Now I have lots of riches from the, is it Babylon? The book we read, the richest man in Babylon. I have 7 laws over there. Now I have 30 steps over here. And I have other few strategies. The financial statement, I have built my own. I have designed my own. Those examples are already in the book. So you just copy, cut, and do those things. I have drafted my financial plan already. That's it's through that book. Now I know the amounts my husband and I need to work towards every day to to cater for our home. We need to get out of our each day, like our hard work, our inputs, the amount we are supposed to get every day to support the family. I hope you are getting it and we are working towards it. So let's do our best to read them. And I believe that if we pay attention to those steps he mentioned, indeed, we'll be able to achieve the success we want. We thank you all for being here. Now,
today we are going to do more interactions. If I may ask, are we all working? Who is not working among us? 2 people. Okay, that's good. But you are surviving. You are surviving. However, we say you are surviving. Well, let's see. We will know. We will see about it. But I want to ask, how long do you think you can survive or go without salary for those who are working? Uh, for those who are working, how long do you think you can survive without pay or income?
Salary income.
Whatever, how you make money, how long do you think you can go? Let's be interactive. This everybody will talk. So you talk first. Everybody will talk.
Anthony, another question. How long can you survive without earning a particular salary, or maybe you have other things you do to make money?
Income. Okay. Let's say how many people are working? Which one? Are you working? So if you stop earning salary, how long can you survive? So then you can say, oh, I have a side business that helps me. So for me, salary or no salary, I can do what? I can survive. So who go first? Christian.
Yeah, so without salary, at least 1.5 months, then things will not go well. That's without salary.
Without salary. Okay, who next? Well, everybody, please feel free to talk.
Yes, how long is the route of get to that?
The question is without salary, so indirectly you've lost your job. Susie.
I'm saying that, as you said earlier, because there are other things that I'm doing, so I think I'll survive. For me, I'll give myself 12 months, between 6 to 12 months.
You survive.
I'll survive.
Comfortable.
No, not comfortable, but I'll survive.
But you survive.
Yes.
Okay. Who else wants to go?
Without salary, nothing. 3 weeks.
So without salary, then after 3 weeks, we are in trouble. So that means without salary, 3 weeks, there will be trouble.
At least 3 months, because you save some money to the bank.
Not practical, so reality.
Reality.
But she said, we are not sharing, asking, what do you think? We are talking about your current situation, but reality. You said you are not working. So at least whatever money you are getting now, if you stop crying now, 3 months. Okay, madam.
She says she's not working.
I should not eating. How you be eating, whatever is coming from, if it doesn't come, how long will you survive? Takes care of you. You can go. Okay. Tell them.
Very sense out of this.
3 weeks. Which one?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
8 weeks. That is too much.
2 months.
Madam Edna.
I believe I can survive for a year. Oh, I can survive for years, but it will not be comfortable.
So another question. So
No,
not
it's
say
not
survive. I
survive.
think we should clarify the survive. Like, is it a basic maybe food, shelter?
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
How long can I survive without calling people for help? Please send me Momo. Please, I have to take my child. I have to go to the hospital. Please, can you help me pay my rent? Please, the basic needs. How long would you survive?
No, you have to reduce.
People are changing. Still, you say what?
At least 3 months, but
With explanation. 1 week.
Because one or the
Ede, this your name. Laurentia. Ede.
Because I'm changing my 6 months, 3 months.
Charlton. Okay, rich one. If I get your name wrong, kindly correct me. You still stand by the 8 weeks. Do it in months, 2 months. Maybe it says 8 weeks. I said what?
Yes.
2 months. 60 days. But 3 weeks. So Stevie said 1 week.
yeah, 1.5 months. The first month and the second half of that.
Bless. You are part of us. How long?
As long as possible.
No. So right now, today, whatever you do to earn money, if it's not there, how long before you start calling people for help, or you start asking for, please support me, please send me more, please help me pay my
I'll
salary.
do it 60 days.
60 days.
It's like in a context whereby you can't work again. I think let us put it in a context.
It's the same thing. If you've lost your job, they're not paying salary.
But you see, if you like lost your main job, maybe the other thing I think because sometimes you could be working, but maybe by the time salary will come, you don't really spend the money. So the other things you are is what maybe helps you with your transportation to work and some basic needs for food and maybe you're offering to church or
So
something.
we're referring to official income. So the other things you'll be doing, it can support you for a year,
Yes.
6 months, every day.
Yeah, but if you want to look at the main salary, it's finished.
No, let's say, okay, for instance, let me be more practical. Let's say you are earning 560 as salary every month. That was you'll be earning for some time now. Now it happens that you've lost your job. Not injury. Let's say the company has collapsed or they've sacked you. And if you're following the news, the lady went for the demo, whatever. She said she's lost her job. Let's say you happen to be in that position right now. Will you scream, ready, I'm dead? Or you say, well, life moves on. Like, how long would it take before you start calling people, please send me something for the week? Please send us tomorrow to manage. Please, can you? How long? So,
Then we are
I'll still
six
go back to
days,
my
the 3 months.
I'll still go back to my
3 months.
So at least I hope we've all gotten an idea. So I think we started with the winner's mindset, right? The last time we met, I said when we meet, we'll focus on the winner's mindset. So Charlton, you said what? 1 week, a week or 2. Okay. So if I want to ask, why do you think some people are rich, some are okay, and some are poor? No, please, you can answer. Why do you think some people are rich, some are poor, some are okay? You know, a Nigerian friend about, let's say, 8 years ago or 10 years ago was telling me that, oh, Francis, Ghana, you are blessed though. You people, you have the, I've forgotten it. You know, we used to have the middle income, the, what? He said, yeah, Ghana, we used to have 3 classes. Ghana, we used to have 3 classes. What was it? I think I don't remember the middle income. We have the top, middle, and then the lower class. And he was just like, oh, as for Nigeria, we have only 2. You are either enjoying or you are suffering. So nothing like you are in the middle. So she said, like Ghana, we are blessed. We should be happy and celebrate. But the way we keep complaining. But today, right now in Ghana, we are there with Nigeria. We have only 2. You are either surviving or you are suffering. If you are not enjoying or you are surviving, managing, you are suffering. There's nothing like I'm in the middle. Do you get it? So why do you think some people are poor, some are rich, and some are okay? Oh, please feel free to talk.
Yeah, with me, I would say their income and their expenditure. Somebody, his income is more than how he spends. If he has 2, 3 businesses and he has a small family, he has 2, 3 companies that are bringing him more income than somebody whose income is very little but is now spending more and more. So the more income you have, so I've been doing the comparison between income and expenditure. Yeah, that determines how rich or poor you
Okay, so yours will be based on how they spend work out, how they spend their money,
and how they gain.
how they give. Who else? Why do you think some are okay, some are suffering, and some are rich? Yes, please.
To me, it's because of where you are coming from, your background. It also gets you if the family you are coming from is good, can support you from your start. If you don't have anybody in your life, it's like you struggle and you get places like mine. It's like
Okay, so with her, your environment or where you're coming from, who else?
So I think the need is more about the ambition of the person, like the eagerness of the person. Some people they are okay with just maybe living in one room,
Once you've agreed to
just having something maybe to
you
take
make
care
sure
of the
you
family.
execute it.
While there are other people that, although they
How
have
do you
the
need to take
entire
that
world,
decision? Because of
but they
your
still
study
want
to know
more.
that
They still want to get
taking the
more
right
for
decisions is
their
help.
generations
So
to come.
if you won't do, say no. But once you agree
Okay,
to do
so
it,
with
make
your
sure you
ambition
complete
or
it.
your anger,
Don't agree and
who
then
else?
start playing games.
Oh,
Those
please,
things don't let you go
okay,
far.
madam.
Nobody will recommend you for what? Another job.
Oh,
Many
please
people
sit
don't know
down with
this.
this.
So what? If you go take
Maybe it's
decisions
like the
anyhow,
kind of
do you get it? That's what
maybe
a
the
winner's
kind of
mindset lets you know the decision to take.
decision you
There was
choose
a man of God who was saying that
to
there are some kind of people you will never
and
help.
that may be very
It
bad.
was a bit controversial and funny.
Okay, so you think that's the reason why some people are suffering and others are enjoying?
Who is going
You think that's the
to
reason? Okay, who else?
interview, Dr. Ote was like, why is that?
So to
It
me,
takes
I
9
feel like
months
some
to
people
conceive
were
a baby.
born with the
How
riches.
can he come and call me in the morning
Some
and
have
say,
to pass through
I'm
the process.
in the labor ward? I
So
need
it's
money
passing through
to
the
discharge.
process that is where maybe
It was like,
you
pregnancy
don't
takes what?
uh,
9 months.
get out and take out the example from
During a 9-month period,
maybe
you didn't know you would need help.
your decision
And
or
you
your
start asking
eagerness
for the help
for
now.
for
What
to
kind of
become
decision
successful.
making
Yes,
is that?
may
You wait
either
till you get to the
take
hospital.
high
When
or
it's time to discharge, then now you take phone
Who
and
else?
see who to call. I think
So yours will be based on the family or where you're born from, and here, madam. Madam, please your name
winners
again.
mindset. Take
My
decisions.
Yes.
And that will take me to the next point. Talk about
Lee, okay.
winners plan ahead of time.
You know, I would say that it's the mindset because
Winners
I think
plan
I'm very
ahead of
strong
time.
and use it. It's my mindset.
When I asked
Think of my people
the first
speaking,
question at the
it's
beginning of
my
the class
mindset.
that
So
how long
I
can
think
you
it starts
survive
from the
without
mind,
salary?
knowing that I
So
can't
for
come
those
out
who
of this
said
situation
1 month,
just a
2
matter
weeks,
of
3
time.
weeks, 1
And if
month,
I
3
really
months,
have
all
it,
those
that can
things.
maintain this or
If
add
you want to
more,
be a winner,
or start from my mind.
know
But I
that
think the
winners
mind
do
shift.
what? Plan ahead of time.
Okay. I think we
So
are
if you
okay.
want to be a failure,
I also think that
but winners predict the
depending on
future.
the kind of
So you know you cannot survive
exposure that
in case you lose your income today. You cannot go more than 2 months. So straight
I think
away, as a winner,
all the points
then
we
you always
shared,
want to be a winner. And
personally, I agree
what
with
do?
them.
You
And
start disciplining
as
yourself
Richmond
now.
said,
You
there
start
was
taking the right
knowledge
decisions now.
and exposure.
So maybe you spend 40 Ghana
This is a
cedis a day.
mindset, knowledge and exposure. So let's say today is Saturday,
How can I cut it down
right?
to 15 cedis a day? because I
Imagine
want to be
being at
able to
home
save in a way that
with the
if I
lights
don't
on,
work for 1
in
year
case you have air
or
conditioning.
6 months, or even
With the
no,
air
let's say
conditioning.
fine, you
And
said
now you are in your
2
feet.
months you can
You're watching
survive.
the
Okay,
series.
right now the 2
You're
months
the 10th
I want to
episode
take it to
or
5
maybe 8th,
months.
7th episode.
Life is in stages.
Imagine the joy.
Parents ahead that oh,
I don't know if you've tried that thing
oh my
before.
God, today I
Not going,
left
starting like this, not going anywhere.
then
On the
I
TV,
winners in
with
the
the
30
lights
means
on.
what?
If
Planning
you go and
ahead.
eat early morning,
So what do I do?
then you watch it.
Okay.
Come and lie down.
If
Then
when I go home
put the television on. And maybe watch some series. Sleep, watch, sleep. Who has done that before? Who has been that shit before? Whereby you wake up, watch movie, sleep, watch movie, sleep. I'm sure you've all done it before. And, or what do you do for fun?
your next option.
So if you want sat down at home the whole day, or let's say 3
Oh,
days,
you can choose answer
not
back.
going
You have
anywhere,
one.
just
Yes.
eating, sleep,
How many options do you
TV,
have?
watch movie. You've not done it before.
3.
I can teach
Oh, are you sure?
mathematics, ICT.
Hey, so what do people do for fun?
Neighbors.
Yeah. You know how nice it is. You wake up for like 1 week. All you drink coffee is
With
your
a
food. You eat. Oh, please allow the baby.
these
Eh?
options.
All you do is to sit down, eat,
Okay,
then put the television on. So nobody who has watched 24 hours before.
GSS.
Jagba.
University certificate.
Wait, so you find that boring? Hey! When I take season 2, season 3, 4, 5, like this. Before I start Jagba, if I wait the whole day morning and sleep, then in the evening, 24 hours. I want to, if I start one, I just, when I enter the room like this, before I start the series, I make sure I have no way to go. So before I start my series, it was so intense that you want to see what will happen next. So when I sit by it until it ends, I don't go anywhere or do anything.
But there are those
That was fun.
who will sit down.
But I think I've said it.
Tomorrow, you see something
And when I came to the realization that
like why me? This is my house people.
no one is coming to give you free aid.
When you are in this,
Your destiny
it's
is
difficult to take the right decision.
when I came
It's
to that
difficult to
realization
think.
and I realized that
It's
the difference
very
between
difficult to plan in this.
person A and
You
person
plan
B
with the winners
is
mindset.
what
The winner always
they
plans
or do
ahead.
with their time.
You know you are going to run for 1 minute.
Because
And the 1
I've said
minute,
this story here before.
the
What
person available
began my
is
empowerment
5
journey
seconds.
was
So you start
when I
thinking
realized
to see if
that
you can break it before what the
if God was coming to the aid of man
3 years
to
before the
eradicate
competition.
poverty, me that I was sleeping
But there are people,
in a room
they
having
have no
access to
options.
watch 24
They are so
hours series.
comfortable.
And even that's the church crowd,
They start
the Sunday crowd, where you go crowd, you go late. While there's somebody under the hot sun who is a church choir, he's part of the church choir. Every day we go to church for rehearsals. He goes to clean church before you come and sit down. And there are people, war is going on. Ever since we were born, there's always war in a certain country. Lebanon and Co. God will watch all those people and ignore them and then come to me that my mother has taken me to school and is giving me food. And come and listen to my complaint that life is hard and give me free money. No, it is the what? Knowledge. So once I got to that revelation, what did I do? I switched from wasting time on TV and fun to being a student of learning. And I never stopped. It was always empowerment, studying, going for seminars, listening to tapes. I could listen to about 20-15 tapes in a day. I've already been saying that. So with that, I realized that the mindset was beginning to change. Where, oh please feel free. Allow the baby. And our future champion. When she goes and she sees the picture, she will say, hey, my parents are taking me to empowerment programs since childhood. So allow the baby. You understand? Don't let the baby distract you. Please focus and let the baby do her thing. So I realized that the mindset began to change. Where my colleagues were seeing troubles or impossibility, I was seeing impossibility. I realized how I used to talk was beginning to change. How I used to think was beginning to change because the kind of materials I was getting access to was totally different. Even the turning point was I met with a colleague, some friends of mine, we met, and they were all doing better than me. And I was sharing some ideas and we were talking, they're like, you forget about that motivation thing you're talking about. Now you were talking about reality. So that's when I got home. I was like, these people that they are driving nice cars, they have good jobs. Me can't put that have none of like access to those things. I have hope of a better life, and they rather are in doubt. So whether the difference was what I was consuming was different from what they were consuming. Hence, because of what I was consuming, my mindset began to do what? Change, to transform. So why some are poor, some are okay, and some are rich is the mindset. Is the mindset. I just wanted to talk about the winner's mindset. When you sit down and study how winners think, you understand that success is not by chance or luck. Last time I was thinking and I said, okay, fine. Success can be by luck, which is true. You can get money by luck. When you win the lottery, you can become rich. It's luck. So then I rephrased and said, no. Success can be by luck, but greatness can never be by luck. Usain Bolt is a great athlete. It wasn't by luck. It was by what? Hard work. He becoming a champion wasn't luck. It was hard work. So yes, somebody can chance on successful success by luck, but to become great, that one, luck is never possible. Greatness is achieved and worked for. So when our focus is to be great, our thinking is different. I reprogrammed my mind on success because I realized that even a young girl who just finished school, some big man has bought her a house, giving her maybe like financial job. When the news broke out about the bank manager and the lady staff, she's successful.
Yes.
Was it by hard work?
No.
But greatness is only by hard work. So you can be rich, but you're not great. Because as for riches, it's by chance. But for success or for greatness, it's by hard work. Our current president didn't become president by luck. It took hard work. Campaigning. When I see people insulting politicians, I say, you try and go the 10 regions of Ghana.
16 now.
16 now. You try and you just from your house to Accra or Medina here, you pass through pothole in the road, you get angry and start insulting. Try and dedicate they are going to the not all the remote areas, walking house by house. Imagine a rich man who has to come down and sit down and eat fufu from normal pot and chamber. You think it's normal. You today, God gives you some money and somebody tells you, oh, come to my job and eat. You see. So, politics is not for the lazy. If you see what they go through, And then when you vote for them and they're enjoying, then now you get angry. When we were suffering, where were you? To be in opposition 8 years. You think it's easy. So I realized that the difference between all of us is the mindset. That's why the Bible says there was seek knowledge. In all things, get understanding. The difference between me and the hawker on the street is I have a knowledge the hawker does not have. If the hawker's profit is 500 cedis a month, I know there are other things I can do to get the same money instead of being on the street. But that hawker thinks being on the street is what will give him or her access to that money. Somebody thinks until I go and rob a bank, I cannot be rich. But somebody also thinks that if I go and study political science and I know how to talk and I sharpen my mouth and I get into politics, in 5 years' time or maximum 8 years' time, my party can come to power. If they come to power and I get some government appointment or government estate, the money and the deals I can make. So let me give myself 8 years. I will suffer. Let me go and I will join the opposition party. The party in government, when they are enjoying, it's difficult to join. So let me go to opposition. Suffer with them. 8 years, or 10 years, or 12 years, they will come to power. And I'll reap. So he has programmed his mind. Tomorrow you see him on Facebook, start doing politics. You've been insulting him, no problem. He's doing it and he becomes popular. Popular. Chance, by God's grace, they go to election now, pam, they win. Then now he start getting contracts. Once you thought you have to go and rob a bank, he has gone to do politics. And maybe when you become rich, when they get into trouble, and they say somebody went to steal a goat, 20 years in prison. Somebody went to mismanage government funds, they said it's corruption. They have to set up a committee to investigate. You see, the sentence for the two people, the knowledge one has and whatever. So it's all about what? The mindset. So if you have the right mindset, you realize that your environment and circumstance has nothing to do with the outcome of your life. The only difference is somebody who is in America can easily get access to a job. But you may be over here, you have to sweat. What it will take somebody in America to do in 5 years, it will take you 20 years. But depending on how smart and how hard you work, it may take you less. Yes, we have suitable environment. After that one, no one is denying it. There are environments that you make a little effort, you progress. So I've been saying that if you are born in Ghana, after the life, you're already minus 50. If you deducted minus 50. So before you are starting the life, you are starting at minus 50.
It's going to be difficult.
If somebody who was born in America or UK is starting at plus 20. If you have a strong mind,
you want to identify
you will easily give up.
3 or 4 alternatives that
as I come and ask from the beginning, the kind of question I'm asking. So if you know that if you are out of job, you can only survive 2
that
weeks.
is how winners think. They plan ahead
Then
of time.
why are you sleeping?
At this very moment, you think you are suffering.
What
you think you are
business
hungry,
does sleep have to do with you?
when your current employment, there's nothing coming.
Why are you
are
watching
home,
movies, series?
and by mistake, go and join the unemployed Ghana Association. That's what you realize.
Because you see a winner's mindset,
some are
right?
suffering, but some too are really what?
Sees things ahead.
So if you
and
always
prevents
want to
it.
be a winner, you do what? You
Do you get my
plan
point?
ahead of time.
We will get to
So
that
this
point.
very
It's one of the
moment
points
you
we
think,
talk
okay,
about.
life is a bit comfortable. What are my options?
So it's all about the mindset.
What are my
A
options?
winner's mindset is a mindset
These are
of
things that when somebody wakes you up
constant
from your bed,
growth.
so what are your options in life?
Somebody
Within
once
5
asked me,
minutes, you can give
but why
10
do you
options.
do this? seminars and mentorship class.
And because there's no
Someone
distance,
even asked,
you are
you don't
able
even
to
charge,
think
so why all this
and know the
stress? And I was
alternatives.
like,
Because in your comfort,
I
you
didn't
think,
get
well,
anyone
you know, oh, I have
to
skills for
personally
fashion,
mentor me
I have skills
or
for
take me
IT,
through
I have skills for this. Oh,
the kind of situations in life I
tomorrow,
wanted.
if
I learned
they
it the
switch
hard
here
way.
and I'm going to do this job,
So,
I know how to
if
make money from
looking
it.
back, how I started
Do
and
you get
what I
my point?
went through,
So,
I know
then
definitely there are people
you've
also
planned your options
going through same.
ahead.
So I want to make it available to all,
So when
so
the
that
trouble
someone
comes,
cannot say
you already
I'm
know the
disadvantaged,
solution down. That is what
because
how
there's someone
winners do
willing
it.
to share.
Winners think.
We are all not there.
Winners
I'm not there,
don't plan
but we are
the
all
risk of
learning
trouble.
through the process and going through the
They
process.
think they foresee the
So if we all
trouble,
avail
think
our time,
about it,
we will
find
do
the
what?
solution
We will
down
all rise
before
together.
it even
So
that
mistakes that maybe
it
some of
even
us were able,
arrives.
lucky enough to learn and avoid, we share it.
When I
So
started
that
saving,
if you
right,
truly
my
want to
first goal was,
change your life, you
did I decide to
know
sleep
you have the power,
and not go to
and
work
it
or
all
chase money or
depends
talk about money or
on
think
you.
about money? How long
So a
can I
winner's
survive?
mindset is
Taking care of
about
my family,
growth.
taking care of my all this. So that became my first goal.
It's not fixed. It's
You want to
about
survive
growth.
for 3 months
There are
without happy
always
because you
changes
know
taking
you're always
place.
thinking, when will job come? When will
So
work come?
what
How
would
can
you
I
say
afford
is
that?
a winner? What would
So
you
okay,
think, or what would you
now
say is a
if I
winner?
don't work for 3 months, I don't care.
I
I'll
wrote
get
here
back
that
to
a
work.
winner is a
Ah, let me
person
move it to 6
who
months.
has
Let me move
determination,
it to 1 year.
who is
Let me move it to
disciplined,
2 years.
who
Let
is
me move it to 3
motivated,
years. Oh,
has the desire in improving his life, willing to acquire new skills, willing to overcome obstacles and challenges, and wants to rise to the top in his field of expertise. A winner is a person who has determination, who is disciplined, who is motivated, has the desire in improving his life, willing to acquire new skills, willing to overcome obstacles and challenges, and wants to rise to the top in his field of expertise. So it's all about having that mindset that you are determined, you are disciplined, you are motivated, you want to succeed and be the best in your field at all costs. You have the right attitude that you can prevail over anything. I mean, with a winner's mindset, nothing can stop you. You have the attitude that I can overcome all challenges. That is how winners think. Their mindset is always fixed, they can overcome all things. So, how do we come by the winner's mindset? Is it natural by birth or it can be acquired? What do you think? The winner's mindset, is it by birth or is a gift or it can be acquired? It can be acquired. You don't need to be born with it. You can acquire it. You hear people making comparisons between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. They say one has talent and one works hard, but he doesn't have one has natural talent, one is by hard work. Whatever you believe in, they all have the talent. Whether one acquired his natural and one acquired his by hard work, the end result is they all have the word talent. So if you have the winner's mindset by birth, that is great. But if you don't, you can what? Acquire it. And what are some of the things you can do to start developing a winner's mindset? The first point I talk about is be responsible. Winners are responsible people. There are people right now, when I said at the beginning, the the question I was asking, is because of my family, it's because of my background, it's because of where I'm coming from, it's because of the school I went to, it's because of the work I'm doing. If I was also working at company A, won't I also be earning good money and go own a car? No. A winning mindset is a mind of responsibility. You take full charge of your life. You know that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. You don't put blame to anything. You take full responsibility. There are people that if something goes wrong this very minute, who caused it? They start looking for who to what? Blame. Winners don't do that. Winners take full responsibility. Why did I allow myself for this to happen to me? You don't look for, so who do I blame? And how do I cut off that person? Or every day you hear them making a sign talking about how this person betrayed and caused their downfall. No. If somebody even betrayed you, a winner's mindset teaches you that you allowed it to happen. So how do I prevent it? So a winner's mindset is about full responsibility. So if you want to have a winner's mindset, one of the things you can start doing is to take full action or full responsibility for your actions. Be responsible. Don't use the blame game. The blame game just destroys your mind. Once you get used to the blame game, whenever things go wrong, you are always looking for the cause. So if you see person A is rising, because his uncle is in abroad, or because his uncle is in politics, or because his uncle is connected to people, see how they are pushing him. That is not a winner's mindset. A winner's mindset knows that fine, I may not know anybody in authority, I may not have any connections, but I can also rise to the top myself so that I create the path for my generation. What do I have to do? As I said, in life, some will start with a silver spoon, some will have to find a silver spoon. Whichever one you find yourself in, you can all arrive at what? The same destination. If you look at most of the politicians today, most of them, those who are in power, some came from the village. They had poor background, but they were able to rise to the top today. So winner's mindset is all about what? Taking full responsibility. Don't be looking for who to blame. When things go wrong, take full charge. Someone said the reason why sin was able to come to earth or among human beings was because human being denied. When God asked, what have you done? It's not me, it's the woman. The woman is not me, it's the what? Serpent. So that means they gave power to the what? Serpent. When you play the blame game, what you do is you give your power of change to what? Chance. That means you are not in full control. I'm not saying things will not go bad, bad things will not happen, things will not go the way you want it. No, those are normal. It's natural. It's part of life. But know that you have the power. The power is in your hands. You have it. So to have a winner's mindset whereby you know everything is possible and achievable by you, you don't go down that lane. You don't start looking for, who do I blame? You see, it's easy when I can blame Stephen for being the reason why I failed.
The power is in your hands.
It's easy.
You have it.
If I can give you reason and what Stephen did and why I failed, it's very easy. So that one, I won't feel bad. I won't assume any responsibility because Stephen is the cause.
Who do I blame?
But if you want to succeed in the winner's mindset, what you tell yourself is that, why did I allow this to happen? What can I do right so that next time this doesn't happen? So instead of saying, Stephen, please, tomorrow, make sure by 10 a.m. this place is set up, this. A winner's mindset will ensure that he or she is there to make sure the thing has been
What can I
done.
do right?
So that Stephen will not go to bed and forget and say, no, come and say now,
So instead of saying, Stephen,
You
please,
take full
tomorrow, make
responsibility.
sure by 10
You don't do
a.m.
the blame game.
this place
So
is
whether
set
your
up this,
parents
this,
were
this.
poor, you were
A
born
witness
in a
mindset
wrong
will ensure
family,
that
your
he
job
or
is
she
not
is
good,
there
whatever the
to
situation
make
is,
sure
a winner's
the
mindset
thing has
knows
been
that
what?
it is
Done.
possible for me to
So that
start
Stephen will not
from
go to
what?
bed and forget and
Scratch.
say, no, come and say now,
Are we all in support?
no.
Yes.
You take
Are
full
we all in support?
responsibility.
So
You
whatever
don't
your
do the
current
blame game.
situation is,
So whether your parents were
if you
poor,
develop a
you were
winner's
born in a
mindset,
wrong family,
you
your
don't
job
look
is
for
not
who to
good,
blame
whatever
and
the
go and be
situation
attacking
is, a witness
family
mindset
rich
knows that
or
it is
family whatever,
possible for
whatever.
me to start
You know
from
you have the power in your
scratch.
hands to take
Are we all in
a new
support?
life.
Yes.
And the point
Are we
number
all in
2 is that
support?
Yes.
winners
So whatever your
take
current
good
situation
decision.
is, if you develop a winner's mindset,
Having a
you don't
winner's
look for who to
mindset
blame
involves
or go and be attacking
good decision
family
making.
rich or family whatever. You know you have the power in
So
your hands to take
decision
a
making
new
is
life.
by practice.
And the point number 2 is that
One of the most difficult
winners
things to do is to
take
take
good
a decision.
decision.
It's like me saying
Having a
understanding
winner's
an exams
mindset
question
involves
is
good decision
50%
making.
pass. The writing is the other 50%.
So
The same way,
decision making
knowing
is
the
by
right
practice.
decisions to take
One of the most difficult things to do
is
is
a
to take
pass
a decision.
mark for success.
It's like we saying
It's very difficult to
understanding an
take
exam
decisions,
question
especially the right
is
ones.
50% pass.
You cannot have a winner's mindset
The
when all you
writing
end
is
up
the
doing
other
is what?
50%.
Taking wrong
The
decisions.
same way,
So
knowing
what do?
the right decisions
You need to develop
take
your thinking capacities
is the pass
and also
mark
your
for
decision
success.
making ability. And it all
It's
starts from
very
small
difficult
decision
to take
taking.
decisions,
And
especially
also
the right
through
ones.
learning and studying.
You cannot have a winner's mindset when
When
all
you
you end up
study,
doing is what?
it
Taking
helps you
wrong
to know
decisions.
the right decisions to do what?
So what
To
do?
take.
You need to develop
For
your
instance, I read
thinking
this book,
capacities
I note
and
some
also
point down,
your
I
decision
studied and I
making
realized that,
ability.
oh, okay,
And it all
meaning
starts
that
from small,
if
small
I have
decisions
integrity,
taking.
I can
Also
go
through
far.
what? Learning
Then that
and
means right
studying.
now, whatever decisions I take,
When you
I have
study,
to add
it
integrity
helps you to
to
know
it.
the right
So let me be a
decisions
person of
to
integrity.
take.
Without studying, how would you
For
know
instance,
that?
I read this book.
So if
The
somebody
notes
gives
are
you
falling
their
down.
money,
I studied and I realized that, oh, okay.
instead of saying you pay
Meaning
back,
that
oh,
if I have
when they call
integrity,
you start avoiding the
I can
cost.
go far. Then I'm
That
knowing
means that
whatever decisions
the
I
kind of
take,
decisions you are
I
taking,
have to add
you don't even
integrity
know it will do
to
what?
it. So
It
let
will
me be a
destroy
person of
you.
integrity. Without studying, how
Having a
would you know
winner's
that?
mindset is about having
So
good
if
decision
somebody
taking
gives you their
abilities.
money,
And that can only
instead
develop
of
through
saying
what?
you pay back,
Studying and
when they
reading.
call you, you start avoiding the cost.
There are times certain things
That means
happen
that
because of what you studied. You know that, oh, let me let it go. I know a winner's mindset means that you take responsibilities and correct things. So instead of looking for who to blame at the office, let me get the job done. There was a contract we're supposed to do some time back. Most people will put their phone off. Some too, because maybe the money is not good. They do what? They start doing things anyhow. And I'll be like, no. Once you've agreed to the job, you make sure you execute it to your full ability. How did I know to take that decision? Because of what? I've studied to know that taking the right decisions is what helps. So if you won't do, say no. But once you agree to do it, make sure you complete it. Don't agree and then start playing games. Those things don't let you go far. And nobody will recommend you for what? Another job. Many people don't know this. So what? They take decisions anyhow. Do you get it? That is what a winner's mindset lets you know the decision to take. There was a man of God who was saying that there are some kind of people he will never help. It was a bit controversial and funny. And then somebody asked him, I said, who? A pregnant woman who is going to labor. The interview, the person interview was like, why? He said, it takes 9 months to conceive a baby. How can he come and call me in the morning and say, I'm in the labor ward. I need money to discharge. It was like
Pregnancy takes what? 9 months. So during the 9 month period, you didn't know you would need help, and you start asking for the help down. What kind of decision making is that? You wait till you get to the hospital. When it's time to discharge, then now you take phone and see who to call. That is the mindset of what? A failure. Winner's mindset takes decision. And that will take me to the next point I'll talk about is that what? Winners plan ahead of time. Winners plan ahead of time. When I asked the first question at the beginning of the class that how long can you survive without salary? So for those who said 1 month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, all those things, if you want to be a winner, know that winners do what? Plan ahead of time. So if you want to be a failure, they don't plan. But winners predict the future. So you know you cannot survive in case you lose your income today. You cannot go more than 2 months. So straight away, as a winner, that you always want to be a winner and be on top, what do? You start disciplining yourself now. You start taking the right decisions what? Now. So maybe you spend 40 Ghana cedis a day. What do? How can I cut it down to 15 cedis a day? Because I want to be able to save in a way that if I don't work for 1 year or 6 months, or even though, let's say fine, you said 2 months you can survive. Okay, right now, the 2 months, I want to take it to 5 months. Life is in stages. You're planning ahead that, oh, I can survive 2 months, but today, let mentorship like that. Winner's mentality means what? Planning ahead. So what do I do right now? Okay, when I go home today, let me take paper and pen. Hey, so if there's no salary, I have to pay rent. I have to do this. I can only do this thing for 3 months. No. Let me plan so that in case I lose my work today, I can survive for what? 6 months. When you get to 6 months, then what's next? 1 year. From 1 year, 2 years. So now, you've been able, because of the winner's mentality, you've been able to plan your future for the next what? 2 years. So at that point, oh, I can relax. That's one. I first said maybe 3 months, 6 months, because of course you can't kill yourself whilst you are working. You can't punish yourself to that extreme. You want to enjoy a little, so you do it step by what? Step. There are some people that the challenges you are going through today is the result of decisions you took 5 years or 4 years ago. So to eradicate those, you need another 3, 4 years. I was telling somebody to put 200 cedis away every month. Now this money, when would I? What is 200 cedis? I want big money. They're telling me 200. I said, see, 200 cedis a year is what? 2,400. In 2 years, that is, you've gotten almost 4,800. In 4 years, you're getting close to 10,000 cedis. I can boldly tell you on authority that 200 that I say is no money. You can easily say, but when? Why should I save this long before? No. That bender. You want quick, so you spend it anyhow. I said, I can boldly tell you that there are people who have worked for 5 years or 10 years who today, they cannot boast of 5,000 in their account, or they cannot boast of 10,000 in their account. And if you ask them, they don't know how. Money will always tell you what to do with it. There's no idle money. Before you get the money, the need itself will come. But when you plan and you discipline, you know the right decisions to take. People think we get rich overnight. It's about knowing that, okay, this is my plan. A winner's mindset. What do? I want to plan ahead. Okay, in the next 4 years, I don't want to ever pick up phone to call anybody to borrow me 1,000 or 500 or 2,000 or even 10,000 cedis. So what can I do and get 10,000 in 4 years? Oh, 200 cedis or 100 cedis. This is money that I use in buying food or I send to my girlfriend every month. That one is nothing. You see it as normal. You go on dates, you spend 300, you spend 400 cedis. Oh, it's nothing. I went on a date and we went to a nice restaurant. We ate. It's nothing. Every month you've been going on that date. You're spending those money. But the question is, if you put away that money in the next 4 years, what it can do for you. As I can learn, the one class you said that was we save for what? Emergency, for investment, and then maybe for fun. If you want to add a third one to it. Do you get it? So a winner's mindset will not allow you to get up and say, I'm in trouble. I don't know how I got here. Do you get my point? Because with a winner's mindset, you plan ahead. You see the future. You know what decisions to take. Okay, if I lose my job today, I'll be in trouble. Let me start. How much are they paying me salary? If I take out my transport and everything, how much am I left with? Maybe if I take transport to work, if I buy food and eat and all those things, I'm left with maybe 200 cedis every month. So that means if I'm not going to work and I'm going to be at home, that means there'll be no transport for me, nothing. So what do I actually survive on? Every month I survive on maybe 300 cedis. Then what can I do to start saving? So that if I'm able to save my expenses after deduction for the next 6 months. Oh, if I lose my job today, 6 months is enough time to get another thing to do. Do you get it? So with a winner's mindset, always make sure you plan ahead for the future. For instance, let's engage over here. Let's engage over here. I don't know who will volunteer first to answer a question. Let's engage over here. Who will volunteer first to answer a question? You want the question to come first? No. You see, winner's mindset. You know, we are studying winner's mindset. Yeah. See, let's say the work you are doing right now, right? Or you can sit down and feel sure. Let's say you want to stand. Let's say when that work is not possible for you to do again, or you lose it, or it won't bring income. What do you think will be your next option?
You should answer.
Oh, you can choose to answer, but do you have one?
Yes.
How many options do you have?
I think I have three.
Three.
I can teach mathematics, ICT. I can build websites. I can. The last one will be I have a good voice for marketing, so I can like take that on.
So, with a winner's mindset, right? This is what you do. Okay, these options. Would I need qualification for them? Okay, I can teach mathematics. Okay, that one. If you go to JSS, your university certificate or what is enough to do that. So today, okay, let me go to JSS and go and ask if I want to teach for the qualifications because they are updating requirements for teaching now. You make the inquiries down. You know it. Okay, to build a website, what do I need? Oh, I know how to do it. So that one I can be on my own. So with a winner's mindset, you know that you plan before the problem comes. You don't plan in the midst of the problem. So let's say she has identified, she has identified options she can switch to. Who again? But there are those who will sit down tomorrow, they see sack letter. Hey God, why me? These my house people. See, when you are in distress, it's difficult to take the right decision. It's difficult to think. It's very difficult to plan in distress. As I come, you plan with a winner's mindset. What the winner always plans ahead. You know you are going to run for 1 minute, and the 1 minute, the record available is 0.055 seconds. So you start training to see if you can break it before what? The D-Day. So they plan ahead of time. Maybe they start training 3 years before the competition. But there are people, they have no options. They are so comfortable. When the trouble comes, then now they start thinking, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? There was a colleague who was working, and I always tell him, see, try and build a travel experience. You have a good job. You're in the banking sector. Oh, Charlie, forget. I was like, just be traveling. You have the documents. When you get them and you start building a travel history, a time will come, any country you want to visit, once you've built a very good travel history, you can easily do what? Go home, forget. So bad that when the banking sector cleanup happened, his company was part of it. And most people were laid off when the banks collapsed. It was difficult for them to get a new bank to work with. Because somebody was a branch manager at maybe UT Bank, it has collapsed. Is he now going to apply for a teller in a new bank? You understand? So one guy was now calling me, Charlie, I want to travel. I was like, Chief, I need you want to travel. With what documents? One intro letter will they get from the office? Most of the big let's say American and co you want to go to, they'll look at your travel history. You don't have any. So it's going to be difficult. So that's why I said planning. Winners must always plan. If you are here at this very moment, you should be able to identify 3 or 4 alternatives that if your current employment fails, you can easily switch to. That is how winners think. They plan ahead of time. At this very moment, you think you are suffering, you think you are hungry, you are not. When your current employment, there's nothing coming, and you are home, and by mistake, you go and join the Unemployed Guide Association. That's when you realize that life, some are suffering, but some too are really what? Suffering. So if you always want to be a winner, you do what? You plan ahead of time. So at this very moment that maybe, okay, life is a bit comfortable. What are my options? What are my options? These are things that when somebody wakes you up from your bed, so what are your options in life? Within 5 minutes, you can give 10 options. And because there's no distress, you are able to think and know the alternatives. Because in your comfort, you think, well, you know, I have skill for fashion. I have skills for IT. I have skills for this. Tomorrow, if I switch here and I learn I'm going to do this job, I know how to make money from it. Do you get my point? So, there, you've planned your options ahead. So when the trouble comes, you already know the solution down. That is how winners do what? Winners think. Winners don't plan in the midst of trouble. They foresee the trouble, think about it, find the solutions down before it even does what? It even arrives. When I started saving, right? My first goal was, should I decide to sleep and not go to work or chase money or talk about money or think about money, how long can I survive? Thinking of my family, thinking of my all this. So that became my first goal. To be able to survive for 3 months because, you're always thinking, when will job come? When will work come? That kind of pressure. So, okay, now, if I don't work for 3 months, I don't care, I'm comfortable. Let me move it to 6 months. Let me move it to 1 year. Let me move it to 2 years. Let me move it to 3 years. Oh, now I can sleep. and do it small, small. Then at that stage, you start what? Investing. Investing. Money only grows through what? Investment. So with a winner's mindset, you always think ahead of time. At first, I could wake up, I'll be thinking, thinking, thinking. But right now, hardly do I wake up to think. Because some years back, 2, 3 years back, I started thinking and planning for the next 4, 5 years. So once I put those plans in place, I was like, oh, right now, I'm at ease. So to be a winner, you should always be able to do what? Plan for the future. You don't let the future come to meet you. You plan for the future and go and meet it. You don't let it come to meet you. You plan for it and you go and meet it. So you know, oh, in 3 years from now, my life will be sweet because you've planned for it. All you're waiting for is time to do what? To go. So maybe let's say, for instance, you realize that this job I'm doing now, do this. So let me go and learn how to sew. Let me go and learn this thing. If I learn this thing every month, I can make 1,000, 2,000 from it. Charlie, if I start making 2,000, 3,000 every month, I can be very relaxed. So you know, in 2 years' time, you can graduate with the sewing, and you know how to. You plan down where to get your customers and all those things. So you've planned for the future. So you're only waiting for time to do what? For it to pass. And winners always stay focused. Winners are always focused. There are people today, they take this, leave it. Tomorrow, they go and take this, they leave it. Another time, they go and take this. That's the lifestyle of a failure. Winners are focused. They complete what they are doing. If they are not done with this, they don't move. As I said, one of the keys was with the winner mentality is how to take what? Decisions. So when you develop it, you are always focused. There are people, you meet them today. Oh, I'm learning how to sew. In 7 months' time, you meet them. Right now, I'm into IT. In another 1 year time, you meet them. Oh, right now, I'm into security CCTV this. Every 6 months year. I was telling a lady that, see, for you not to waste your life or waste your time in future and be depressed, know that unless a miracle happens, if you are single this year, that means for a good marriage, you are looking at 2025. So if the men around you are not potential husband, start changing your circle. You don't go and rush and date somebody. And then if you break up, let's say next year, June, you break up with the person. Common sense will tell you that you breaking up with the person next year, May or June, when are you going to find a new person and get married to by December? So that means the next year is gone. You are looking at 2025. That's what most ladies did, and some are in their 30s. Because you are 27. This guy, forget him, he's not serious. I broke up with him. You're not looking for a new person. You start dating. And which new guy too will meet you and within 3-6 months say, we are going to the what? Altar. So with a winner's mindset, you plan ahead. You are focused. Oh, okay. These guys that the group I'm in, they are potential husbands. They are serious. They know the future. You don't think of fun people. So you know, oh, in the next 2-3 years, definitely this circle of people, one of them will be what? My partner. You stay focused. Some of us, do you know now, if you sell this thing, there's money in it. Then straight away, they go and carry the goods and start selling. The money is not coming fast. Somebody comes again. Hey, I had a new business that has come. If you go and do this, then boom. What you are doing is you are wasting the years. You need to do what? Stay focused. Know why you are doing this and why you ventured into it. With that mindset, you don't give what? You don't give up. And it leads us to our next point. Winners don't quit. Winners don't quit. They always find solutions. Because what? They are focused. They are focused. What's one thing somebody can share with that you have seen to its completion before? Or let's say a problem you solved and you say, I didn't run away from this problem. I solved it. Some of us, a little challenge, we jump to something else. We quit. Something else, we quit. If you're always quitting, in the beginning we said something, I said, now because of lack, I have changed how I talk. I've now switched my mind from success to greatness. Because I've realized that you can be successful, but to become great is not by lack. Because lack really happens. And to take an advice from somebody who is lacking is the most dangerous thing you can do to yourself. Do you get it? So you need to stay focused. You don't have to quit. The people now, when I talk to them, I look at this person. Is it a person of process or a person of lack? If it's a person of lack, I accept anything you are saying just to end the conversation. Because a person of lack will never understand process. A person of lack, if you speak wisdom, it doesn't make sense to them. Because they were lacking. That person just finished school. The next month, he was pushed into a company. Lack. Such a person, if you go and talking about process, forget. You understand? Winners don't quit. You see, these are mindsets that if you start developing them, you write the points down and you start learning them. Once you build up this mindset, we said what? The difference between the poor, the rich, and those who are doing okay is all about what? The mindset. So we are trying to develop a winner's mindset so that from tomorrow, how we view things will be what? Totally different. So from tomorrow, you ask yourself, what am I focused on? Let's say I can ask a random question. Richmond, what are you currently, is there something you are currently focused on? There is. You understand? When winners always have a focus. Do you get it? They always have a focus. When you are focused and you know that as a winner, you don't have to quit. You don't focus on the failure. Do you get my point? Failing is part of the process. But when you are not focused, you realize that when failure comes, all you do is you start thinking about the failure. Hey, I organized this seminar and only one person showed up. In fact, I won't do it again. What is the next thing for me to go and do? I was selling this thing. In 3 months, nobody bought my product. A winner knows that what? Failing is part of the process. So with the winner's mentality, what do? You don't focus on the failure. You focus on not quitting. You rather ask, what can I do better? You don't focus on, oh, who is to blame? This person is trying to sabotage me. Somebody called me during the week and was giving me a bad news. Have you heard? This is what they are plotting against you. And I said, let them plot. Some of us, we've come this far not by luck. We've gone through the process. I was like, yeah, I was like, why would I be bothered? Let them plot. You understand? It has to do similar with the issue of, let's say, you share an idea with me. Hey, this idea, this person will steal it. See, there is no idea that is original. Once it's going through your head, when the wind is blowing, another person elsewhere is also doing what? Thinking. But with the winner's mindset, you know you are focused. You know you can also do what? Succeed. When I didn't know some of these things, when I hear bad news, I quickly get worried. For a week or a month, I can just be indoor thinking. But when I came to understand the winner's mindset, it's like every problem, there is a solution. Whilst losers see problems, winners see opportunity to grow or to succeed. So don't quit, because what? Winners don't quit. We've already spoke about the plans and having alternative plans. You understand? So winners don't what? Quit. If I want to ask this question. Who over here can boldly say, I have plans for the next 5 years and I'm on track? Or I have plans for the next 2 years and I'm on track. Next 1 year. Next 2 years. Somebody is saying 3 years. 2 years. Okay. So let's say per the plans you have, when you view it in your mind or you sit down thinking about it, would it bring a great change to your life? It will. Have you done the testing to see definitely this will bring the change? It will contribute to the change. Oh, please.
Sure. Sometimes there might be some obstacles that might come from you. But always because of the focus and the determination. And always you need to know, as you were saying, that winners always plan ahead. You need to know what it entails for what you are planning, for what you want to achieve in the next 2 years or 3 years of your life will come to be. So always you have to be focused, irrespective of the situations or the bad moments that you will be.
Sure. So, with a winner's mindset, we spoke earlier, just at the tip in that question, that do we all have plans for the next, for the next 4 to 5 years? For the beginning, I said what? A winner's mindset of what? Growth. You understand? Growth. So if, let's say, for instance, maybe this is what I used to do. Developing a winner's mindset. If you don't have any plans for the next 3 to 4 years, when you go back home this week, it should be your priority. What are my new plans? What are my new plans? This verse, I always don't joke with it. I will bless the work of your hand. When God said it, He didn't say I'll bless your job. He didn't say I'll bless your company. He said I will bless the work of your hand. That means that whatever you do with your hand, God said He will bless it. So one day I sat down and I started looking for certain things. I was like, is there somebody who has been a carpenter and is very rich today? I've met some in my life. Carpenters who are rich. They modernize it now to furniture designers or furniture experts. So don't call them carpenters. It's like how we used to say tailor, dressmaker. Today, if you make mistake, you're gonna call somebody, the young guys, you're gonna call the person dressmaker or tailor. No, they are what? Fashion designers. So are there fashion designers who are rich? Yes. Are there people who do hair who are rich?
Yes.
Have you seen or heard a story of a shoemaker who has become rich today in making shoes? Now, that goes to prove the point that in all labor there is profit. And when God said He will bless the work of our hand, so whatever you find it to do, when you do it, well, God said He will bless it. Sit down, look for any menial job. You will see people who have done it and have become rich today. So winners don't make excuses. They take action. That's why I asked, do you have plans for 3 to 5 years from now? Because winners don't make excuses. They take action. Okay, fine. Today life is difficult for me. Life is not how I want it to be. But what decision am I taking so that 3 years from now I can say, finally, poverty, bye-bye. There's this friend I have, right? Every time we meet, he's been complaining. And I said, why don't you try this? Any option you give, he will tell you why it will not work. Any option, he will tell you why it will not what? Work. So I got fed up and I was like, just because somebody has failed at it doesn't mean you will also fail at it. Our mindsets are different. Winners don't want to make excuses. They take action. You have a plan. See, hey, you've been saying this for the last 4 years. Today, if I ask right now, you will say it nicely as if you developed that plan this morning. But if you go into it, it's a plan you've had for the past 4 or 5 years. Trust me, from today, if you want to be a winner and you want to have a winner's mindset, it's all about what? Action. It's better to take action and when you fail, you try again than to sit down and just be making excuses. See, we can all get to the level in life we want to get to. It's all about a step at a time. I was reading the profile of a business owner recently, and he was talking about how he used to be just a mere person and today he's become great. And there are so many of those stories. So you realize that what? Winners are action takers. You don't do excuses. When you give excuses, trust me, you always find 1,001 excuses why something will not work. But when you are a winner, you find no excuses. And winners embrace change. Be willing to embrace what? Change. There are times something may not be working, not because you failed, but just because the season has changed. So you just need to do what? Change your styles. Winners are innovative. Winners are innovative. Everybody is doing this. A winner's mindset will ask, how can I do this differently? Do you understand? Oh, everybody's ordering things from China to sell. So me too, I'm going to join. A winner will say, how can I rebrand this thing and do it differently? Winners embrace change. You don't always follow the crowd. At least, if you can't embrace change, you copy it and do it the same. Do you get my point? Copy and do it the same. If you can't embrace change, you make sure you do it the same. But for you to be a winner, you should always be willing to do what? Embrace changes. So changes can come in the form of you start a business. Things are not going the way you expected. It may not be because you didn't plan well or because you failed. It may be that when you started, things have changed. So now you need to do what? Switch your style. Imagine today, somebody comes to tell you, I want to go into phone manufacturing. And the person says, the first phone I want to manufacture is a toy young phone. In the world of smartphones, you want to manufacture a phone that is not a smartphone. It's likely you are going to fail because the market has done what? Has changed. Unless you have your own money and not looking for investors, then you can take the risks to do what? See what you want to embrace change. Do you get my point? So winners embrace change. When things change, you change along. You cannot be in Ghana today and not know that there are no jobs available. So once you are in level 400, you're about to finish school, you don't know your next plan, then that means you don't have a winner's mindset. With a winner's mindset, even if you are working, that's like we spoke earlier on about what are your options? What alternative plans do you have? By now, you should have a book called Book of Ideas. You buy a notebook, a quality one, and then you name it Book of Ideas. You put it by your bedside. And then you decide that every day when I wake up at 5:30 a.m., I'll spend 30 minutes to write down my ideas. You know, the brain is very sharp within the first 1 hour when you wake up from bed. So instead of taking your phone and playing with it when you wake up from bed, no. Once you wake up, the first priority should be, what ideas should I write down? It's not bad even if you have 500 ideas. One day, it will be of use. Every day, you have to write ideas down. Ideas, things, just writing. One of them is what will give you your breakthrough in life. One of those ideas. Okay, let's ask this question. How many ideas do you have, Charlton? 5. Are you sure? Those ideas, does it look positive? It is. Okay. Who else? What are 50 ideas?
I'm putting them down. Aside, you see, the ideas rush through.
Sure.
Some of them are a bit feasible. You have to just sieve them down and then move them aside. Some of them, you know that this thing, you cannot do it long thing.
Okay. Edna, how many ideas do you have, Madam? Madam Edna, how many? How many? So okay, name 50 ideas right now. Let's see.
Okay, so right now, I have stationery I want to venture into. I already have
Anna is
other business.
Anna is doing KB. See,
So play.
Steven. 3. Is it?
Yeah, as many as I don't even know myself. Because once I was listening to a motivational speaker, and he said, okay, sometimes maybe if you are broke or you're in a shop, just take a paper and write down all the things you can do. I tried it, things came in, I wondered that I don't even know about it myself. So when you try to write it out,
I want to know the ideas which one have.
I feel
Well,
Wait,
I mean, more than
them.
500.
I've written them down.
I've written some, but being there, new ideas.
See,
So it's many.
there's no idea that is foolish, right? You know, I said I have an idea book, right? Some you can write and define it clearly. Just writing them down. Personally, I didn't used to like writing ideas down. You understand? But trust me, along the line, it will pay off. Okay. If I gave you, let's say if somebody gave you $20,000 today, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, tell us what you will do with it.
That's a good one.
Susie, within 5 minutes, tell us what you will do with it. Okay, unlimited amount. Within 5 minutes, what would you do? We are listening. What company? To do what? To make profit. Who again?
First would be recycling idea. I want to go into recycling plastic, metals, and that would be one. Then candy. I want to get into candy making. Some of our local candies are very healthy than the ones that are on the market. So I want to refine some of them. That would be 2. Then also into hair. So like usually in the African sector, like we are still going through that evolution with hair. Like different styles, different like maybe like hair products, and we've still not exploited it yet. So that's another one. Then children's clothing. You see our African print, we don't have the already made like that puffy ones on a large scale. Some people are doing, but it's not on a large scale. I would like to export that. That's another thing I would like to read.
I'll go into agri business. People don't stop it. So right from growing to going on the shelf, all other things you can take advantage of it.
You see how if you're easily talking, right?
Yes.
Somebody will come one day and say, I have this money. What business can we do? That is where you realize how blank your head is. That is why it's good to write them down and develop them. Oh, I'll go into agribusiness. Perfect. And the next question is, how do we make profit? Because the investor is all about profit. He doesn't care about the process. He wants to hear profit. So it's good you write ideas down, develop them, write them down, develop them. Because one day opportunity will come. Somebody, let's say about 3 years ago or 2, people used to call me and like, what business can we do? I have this money, I have this money, I have this money. Honestly, I didn't know what to tell them. Because at that point, my head was blank. I used to have so many ideas. But because let's say at that time, I was making progress in a particular business. So all my focus was on that business. So other things were not a priority. So when they call, I remember I could call colleagues of mine and like, somebody wants to invest this much. What can we do? And trust me, nobody could come up with ideas. That's why it's good to write your ideas down. You see the things your ideas you are sharing. When it gets to the implementation stage, okay, share with us how you plan to make profit, how you plan to do this, do this. That's when you realize that, okay, I'll get back. No. Preparation meets opportunity. So you need a book. Start see. And when you start writing the ideas down, forget about the how. And there's no idea that is foolish. You just write it down. One day you are bored, you have nothing doing. You take the book, you are going through it. Hey, these ideas, the season we are in, this one can be what? A good one. Do you know you can even write ideas and send to Coca-Cola or companies? Are you aware?
Yes.
You can sit down and write ideas, send to companies. One day a company will call you. Okay, the ideas you sent to us, tell us more about it. Okay, we are paying you to head that unit, or we are paying you for the idea so that we use it to improve what? Our service. Oh, you went to Starbite or you went to this company, you didn't like, you realize that if they did things this way, this way, this way, it's an idea. You can write it down and then just maybe send an email or deliver it to the company. Some will go through it and they'll call and say thank you. You see, maybe you go somewhere, they put it, they say that, leave a review note of such. Some will do. Some too can one day call you and say, per the ideas you shared with us, we want to employ you.
Aside from employment, there's a book where I did see that maybe aside employing people can see it so that I'll get a cut from every.
Truth be told, truth be told, whatever idea you think of, they've thought of it, or once you share the idea, they even tell you it's part of our plans. So before you think they're paying you for it, they may just tell you thank you. And maybe even in this modern Ghana, modern world, when you go to the bank for loan or any investor for money, they will tell you bring the proposal from beginning to end, how you tend to do it, how you tend to make profit. You need to explain everything on paper, how it's going to work out 100%. If they are not convinced on paper, they won't let it come to you. But if you're able to convince them on paper how it will succeed 100% before they invest the money. So there are some, you share the idea to the proposal to the bank or the investor, the money will not come. The loan too will not come. But you can be there 1 year time, you wake up and it's on the television and you see your idea being displayed. But the good thing is that when you see your idea being displayed, the winner's mentality tells you that, whoa, that means I have the potential. If this company can implement my idea, that means let me keep going. You understand? Once you are able to write the idea, the good God we serve, if you have the wisdom to write that, then that means you can write more. You understand? So the more you are writing the idea, what is happening is that what? You are developing your brain. You are training your brain to be creative. Do you know how companies are paying for creative writers or creative people? Every company now needs innovation, from the cars to any phones, anything you see around now. It's all about innovation. You will see some car models, you realize, it didn't go well. There were lack of ideas. It's like how people are bashing iPhone. That then every year they release new ones. You realize that this one, there's no thinking. They just said, let's change something. Unlike the other companies, Samsung and Co, when you see creativity at its best, you see innovation. So winners' mindset is always things of innovation. So write the ideas down. The more you are writing them, the more you are doing what? Developing your mind to be a winner. And the more you are writing, the more it pushes you to learn. Winners are always learning. A winner's mentality is a mentality of learning. You never think you are the best or you know it all. It's not true. You can never know it all. Day in, day out, things are changing, experts are coming up, new things are forming up. So you need to constantly keep learning. It's like footballers. Have you heard of any footballer who only shows up on training day, match day to play game? They always train. So you realize that when they retire from football, within 1 year, you start seeing pot belly. Because once the mindset has said now I've retired, it's a mind of fun and enjoyment. But with a winner's mindset, you are always learning. You never assume you know it all or you are better. You are always eager to learn. That's how come we introduced the book reading. But many people, I've realized, are not reading the book. See, the goal of the book reading is to improve your thinking, your mindset, and your learning. When you're reading a book, what you are doing is that you are reading somebody's experience, the mistakes and how they did it, so that you don't repeat the same thing. So you're not reading, that means that you're not learning. Let's say, what was the last time you read a 30 pages? Some will say no. And that means that you're not developing your brain. Do you know the more you read, you are developing your brain? So when you don't read, you are depriving your brain. Do you understand? So let's imagine you go according to what we are trying to do. Within a year, you'd have read 12 books. Within a year, I've read 12 books. And there are people in 30 years, they've not even read one book. And when you see their lifestyle and their decision, it goes hand in hand. You understand? It goes hand in hand. There are times, I've said it here several times, that I've stopped advising people and arguing with people. Because I've realized that one who studies and one who does not study, your thinking is different. You understand? Your thinking is different. When you're advising someone who doesn't study or read, you see how shallow people are. Do you get it? So winners always want to learn and are always learning. And also they keep the right company. Winners keep the right company. See, there are some things that prayer cannot do. There are some doors prayer will not open. It's the company of people you keep that will open it. So you cannot be praying to God for a miracle. Let's say you want to be among the rich people's club. Right in Ghana, the East Lagos Executive Fitness Club is all the club that people want to aspire to be. To get into that company, what are you bringing on board? You understand? If you have your thinking ability is low, nothing to bring on board, nobody wants to hang around. Everybody wants to improve. So people want to hang around people who will do what? Push their thinking ability. Winners want to be around winners. There's been this saying that is a popular saying. If you look around and you see 5 losers, you didn't learn maths in school well. You are actually 6. You understand? And the popular saying also that if you are the best among the group, that means it's time to look for a new group. Don't feel a winner's mentality is always challenging themselves. You keep the right company. As I come, let's say you're having a mentorship class, a mentorship group. What is happening is you are surrounding yourself with people who are aspiring to be what? Better. Do you get my point? You are surrounded with people who are aspiring to be better. So let's say all of us gathered here, there's only one goal, to be what? Better than what we currently are. But let's imagine you surround yourself with companies that all we talk about is chilling, chilling, chilling. That means saying save, do this, no. It will be what? Possible. Because the group you are in, all you know is to what? Spend. But imagine you're in a group where okay, we are challenging ourselves. In the next 6 months or the next 3 months, we'll see who have saved more money. What would have happened? You are in the midst of what? Winners. Do you get it? You're in the midst of what? Winners. And a winning mindset is a mindset of what? Mastery. What's that one thing that you want to be known for? Have you ever thought of that? What's the one thing you want to be known for? That people may even pay you for it. Have you ever thought of that? What's that one thing? The winner's mindset is a mind of what? Mastery. A mindset of mastery. What are you a master of, or what can be said about you that you've mastered at? What are you a mastery of? Anybody wants to try and answer, just talk about it. Or what do you aspire to be a master at? Anybody can talk.
I want to be a master of software development. So I can be a full stack development, develop applications that can run on any device, mobile and computers that can solve environmental problems.
Okay. That's great. So that's a vision and that is a goal. Winning mindset has mastery in mind. You want to be a master at something. It's mastery that opens door. Do you get it? When today you're arguing with your friends about Ronaldo and Messi, you're arguing about their mastery, how they've mastered their skills. That is what you are arguing about. You are not arguing about the human being, it's their skills. If it was about a human being, there are so many footballers. Why are the two of them? It's how they master at what they do. And winners have a very strong work ethic. They are very diligent. That's our next point. Winners have a very strong work ethic. With a winning mindset, you don't need supervision. You supervise yourself. Oh, this is my company. My boss gets to work at 10 a.m. But we are supposed to open office at 8:30. Oh, me, I get there at 9:30 because even my other colleagues, they get there at what? 9:50 or 10. So though the owner of the company says work should start at 8:30 a.m., customers will come at 9 o'clock and they have to sit and wait. Or customers come at 9 o'clock, you are angry. Early morning, me. Early morning, you're going to disturb. Because you're in the midst of that group, you're also what? Happy with it. But with a winning mindset, you know that as a winner, you need a strong work ethic. So if even the rest are going the opposite way, you will not join them. By so doing, you are training yourself. And with time, people always notice the difference. When you think no one is watching, someone is watching. Then one day somebody may say, I like your working ethics. I've been watching all your colleagues and you are so good. I want to open a company. Can you help me manage that company? That is how winners are made. But what do we normally do? We join the crowd. Winners don't join the crowd. If they are coming at 9 o'clock, why should I come at 8:30? Let me join them. We'll all come late. We'll all be rude. No. Winners are disciplined and they have a very strict routine. If it's 5 a.m., 5 a.m., you see them constant. At times you hear the CEO of maybe Elon Musk and co talking. Some will tell you they wake up 4 a.m. every day. You'll be saying, don't mind them. Oh, you forget. They are saying it for the camera. No, some of them are very sure. They have that. They always want to win. So they've trained themselves to the level whereby consistency, they've mastered it. They always want to be winning. Hence, what has kept them on top? They don't rather, unlike the typical normal average person, once you begin to succeed, you start thinking of comfort. But with a winner's mindset, it's a mindset of what? Growth. Once they begin to succeed, they want to do what? Succeed more. But with the average person, once you succeed and you start seeing breakthrough, what sets in? Comfort. 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 Right now, let me wake up at 10. Right now I'm a boss. Right now I'm this. No. There are some things you do, to have the winner's mindset. This is how you are supposed to do what? Do it. There are some things I do today, I'm not supposed to do it. But whenever I think of some of these things, hey, a winner is supposed to do this. Then I wake up and I go and do it. Do it. A winner is not supposed to do this. Then I do what? I stop it. Oh, let's postpone this thing. No. A winning mindset is a mind of what? Consistency. So I was even discussing with Edna that if even there's one person here, we said today is what? Mentorship class day or empowerment class day. We are starting at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. 10 a.m., if even it's empty chairs, you start. Why? You are training your mind. I think when we started, we were about only 2 or 3. But right now, we are more than 5 or 10. Do you get it? We could have said, oh, let's wait. No. We want to, when you think of what winners do, you do what? You follow. Winners is the mind of what? Strong work ethic. And I said, winners don't follow the crowd. So when you go back to your workplace during the week, have this in mind. Winners' mentality is different. We don't follow the crowd. We are supposed to have a good work ethic. It's a mindset of growth. So when people are doing the wrong things, you start doing the right things. The Ghana that we all complain about, we complain because majority of the Ghanaian workforce don't have the winner's mindset. They have the mindset of what? Comfort. You are spoiling your company. Who do you want to make his company better? You will see somebody who will leave, let's say, Kolebu, a worker, and comes to DVLA or passport office and is blasting the worker there. But when you go to Kolebu, you see different scene, the queue. Go back. You see how they behave. Then when he or she gets to passport office and goes to see the same attitude that, Ghana, dear, no, we start complaining. You are not doing yours well. Who do you want to do theirs well? Everybody is a boss at their own workplace. But a winner's mindset lets you know, let me do things differently. You go to some Ghanaian companies, trust me, your heart. Because things that can take 1 hour will take 8 hours. because nobody cares. No supervisor. If you try to report or do this thing, that's when they even target you. Don't mind him. Let him sit there. He went to report to the boss. Unless the boss himself comes down to do the work for him, let him sit there. Do you get it? But winners have a strong work ethic. Once you start doing those things, you see, naturally certain doors begin to open for you, but you don't realize it. It's at that stage you realize that, oh, okay, that is how come not everybody rises to the top. Like you take our parliament, for instance. There are about 275 MPs. But if I ask you right now to name, maybe you name only about 5 people, because they're the ones you know they are always active or talking. The rest, what happened? You understand? So winners always try to stand out. They don't follow the crowd. They have a very strong work ethic. Cristiano Ronaldo, at his current fame and age, still shows up for training every day. God knows if I have quarter of Cristiano Ronaldo's money, I'm not certain things, it will be difficult. You understand? But what? That is the mindset of what? A winner. He wouldn't say, oh, let me relax. No. At this age, even when you take him off, he gets angry. Oh, let me substitute him. He's not happy. You see, winners have strong work ethic. I tell you, see some of the videos online of him training, then you'll be like, whoa, at this age, and upon all what he has achieved. That's to tell you how winners do what? Winners think. How winners think. So with a winning mindset, you always have strong work ethic. So if we are coming for mentorship class, we are developing the winning mindset. Of course, it's difficult to separate yourself from the pack. Today is a good day to be sleeping, watching movie, or be eating. I'm choosing to be here to learn ideas or ways of all of us improving. So, okay, if I will come, I'm coming early. If I'm not coming, or if I come and make time, all those things count. We are supposed to read a book. We are supposed to bring our laptop today. All those things contribute to the winning what? Mindset. Do you get my point? If you want, I said that winners are always learning. You don't always think, never think you are the best. Always be willing to what? Learn. You may never know. Maybe let's say what Christian was coming to share. Maybe you're a master of it. Maybe you know it. Maybe before, it's never bad to gather more knowledge. But by the time he will be done, there's nothing you forgot about during your learning stage, but you'd have picked it up to learn or to refresh your memory. So what? With a winning mentality, I'm sure that once you learn our winning mentality, with our next class, we will see difference. Because the skills trade we're supposed to do today is not coming on. Because what? Our winning mentality is different. So I want to end it over here. But one will ask, why do you think we need the winning mentality or the winning mindset? Anybody wants to, why is it necessary for us to have the winning mindset or the winner's mindset?
To progress.
Okay.
Because if you don't progress, then you stop. And you fall back to zero.
Okay. Who again?
Asking for growth.
Growth. Okay. Okay.
And to be able to do that which you want.
Do. Okay.
to succeed.
To succeed. Okay.
To become odd among others.
Okay.
To become great.
To become great. Okay, fine. So you see, the winning mindset or your approach determines your approach to life and how you behave or you perform. When you have the winner's mindset, your approach to life is different. That is why we all need to train ourselves to have the winner's mindset. Once that's the difference between the losers and the winners. Somebody can be home for 1 year and will boldly tell you, I've not been working for 1 year. Please support me. Please help me. A winner's mindset will never be home for 1 year. It's impossible. Because a winner's mindset is a mindset of what? Growth. So having the winner's mindset, helps you to develop a conscious life. You understand? You are always eager for a better life. I want to share with you some characteristics of a winner's mindset. It's a mindset of the can-do attitude. You are always positive, you can do it. You are passionate about what you do. Winners are always passionate about what to do. Winners are grateful. Winners are grateful for what they have. Winners are grateful for what they have. A winning mindset easily helps others to succeed. There are people that they feel threatened by the presence of others doing better. But with a winner's mindset, you are happy to what? Help others to succeed. Because you believe you can also do what? Achieve anything you set your mind to. So when you're helping others, you are not bothered. You know your time will come. So the winner's mindset is always happy to help others succeed. A winner's mindset does not envy anyone. You cannot have a winner's mindset and envy people. It's not possible. Winners don't envy anyone. When you know you can succeed or you can do the same thing, why would you envy someone? Why would you? It's not possible. So winners don't envy anyone. And winners have self-confidence. The winner's mindset is a mindset of self-confidence. Winners always believe in themselves. So with a winning mindset, even when somebody tells you you are not qualified, or you can't do it, or you are not fit for the task, you believe in yourself. You know what you can do and what you cannot do. Even if you are not qualified, you can learn to make yourself qualify. That is what the winner's mindset is. The mindset of what? Confidence. There are people that are so confident, right? That if you are not careful, you even think they are experts. You get my point? So winner's mindset is a mindset of what? Confidence. And finally, the winner's mindset is a mindset of what? Forgiveness. A mindset of forgiveness. You cannot be a winner and harbor pain about people. There was a colleague that was telling me, we're talking about, like you're talking about someone, and he was so bitter, and the things he said about the other person, I'm like, this is not the mindset of a winner. I was like, let it go. Because winners are happy to see others succeed or do better than them. So if even you hurt me in the process, with a winning mindset, I know I should be happy. Oh, because you didn't take my advice, you don't worry. You become a witch. You are waiting for when the person will fail so that you can tell the person, I told you, didn't listen to me. Never have that mindset. Be happy. Forgive others. There are people, when you don't take their advice, the only thing they are waiting for is when you will fail. So that they can tell you, I told you. Winners don't do that. When the person has failed, they come. I told you. When we talk, you don't listen. Then they are happy. They are happy because their advice or opinion has come to pass. No. A winning mindset easily forgives. Oh, advice you didn't listen. You failed. Don't worry. Things will get better. You can always restart. Let's leave the past behind. That is how winners talk. Oh, you pick up a phone. I told you. You see, he has failed. When I was saying it, people thought you don't listen. People thought this. Then you won't offer help. You too, all you are doing is you are happy. And we have it in our Ghanaian culture a lot. Once people don't take our advice, we are waiting for that self-fulfillment to see when the person will fail. Then we will say, I told you. You understand? I told you. So please, do you have any question so far? Or anything you want to contribute on the winning mindset? Any question or anything you want to contribute?
For me, I didn't see the forgiveness part coming out, so that was on my blind side. Because when you said forgiveness, I was wondering, is it you forgiving yourself for the choice or the mistakes you've made? Or maybe for missing out opportunities repeatedly? But sometimes, like, you feel like you know what you are doing so much that you become so oblivious of the things you're supposed to do. So when you mentioned that, like, you forgiving others for even making you fail, I didn't even see that to be like a winner's message. I'm glad you mentioned.
Okay, thank you. You see, there are things that you hardly see winners or successful people doing. So when you want to get there, these are the steps you have to follow. Hardly would you see a winner or successful person gossiping about someone. They are always busy thinking of positive things. So when you find yourself gossiping about people, then indirectly, what do you think you are doing? You are having the mindset of what? A failure. As I said, some of these things we let it through process and we realize that okay, so some things come to us naturally. But that is why we learn. That's why we learn. I've said this before. Someone wants to argue with me, but I said we don't live life based on common sense. Common sense will fail you. We live life based on learning and experience, but not common sense. Because common sense can tell you to do this, but that would be the wrong thing to do. You understand? How can you be hungry and you have money in your savings box on your account. Common sense tells you withdraw some and what? Eat. Before what? Hunger kills you. But experience will let you know that at times it's good to go through the pain, the hunger pain, because you are saving for what? Your future. God has blessed you, promotion has come. Why would I be driving this small car? Every day is breaking down. No. Let me go and take a loan and get a new car. They are always in debt. That is common sense telling you go for comfort, but experience tells you no. Let me save more so that before I buy the car, the price of the car, I have been able to save that money down. So I always say we live life based on experience and not common sense or emotions. Because common sense can disappoint you. Common sense can disappoint you. So we are not supposed to live life on common sense. Yes, common sense can guide you, but life is about learning. Learning. How can you fail at something and then you say you are going back to try again? Common sense will even tell you, let it go. Now you, the family you are coming from, nobody has been able to break this cycle, and you think you can do it. But experience will let you know whatever you set your mind to is possible. So it's not always about what? Common sense. I wanted to ask a question, but it's a bit, I won't say that, it's a bit shaky. You understand? It's a bit shaky. So I'm thinking of asking or not to ask, but it's a bit shaky. He said,
Before your question, you said winners don't follow the crowd. Sorry, I'm going back a little.
oh, no problem.
So let's say you're in a company and you're working, and your colleagues they are protesting for benefits, and you join them. It is that all of you. Also, you don't join them, and they got their benefits, and you are not passed because you didn't join their protest. So when it comes to this situation, should we follow the crowd or should we not follow the crowd?
Answer your question. I think based on every organization, there's a procedure or a process to go through.
Okay.
So what kind of demonstration was it, or what kind of, because it's in depending on organization, it's in levels. There's a way that the company allows you to maybe put out your grievances. And if it's not here, there's another channel you should use. But for instance, maybe the same money they're supposed to make in a day, then you all lay down your tools. You don't make the money for 1 month. How will they pay you? Then if it's a private company, they will sack you and pay someone else.
You see, someone who said to every rule there's an exception. You understand? So let's say winners don't follow the crowd in a negative way. You understand? But when it's for the positive good. You understand? So let's say maybe you join a company, and the company you are joining, there's a union. And the union says, tomorrow we are protesting. So nobody should come to work. There are some companies, if you try, they'll beat you. You understand? Because the whole union said, we are doing this. And you get up and say, for me, I won't join. And if you're not careful, you'll be in trouble. Because times you hear a lecturer saying, Rest of Ghana, or the association saying that all lecturers should go on strike. Whether you like it or not, it's an instruction from above. You do what? You go. But when we are saying winners don't join the crowd, it's when it has to do with negative things. So let's say maybe people come to work, company policy is that come to work at 9 a.m., right? Winner's mindset tells you that you need to prepare for the day. So you come early. But because your colleagues have been getting to work at 8:55, 9 o'clock, and stuff and co. So you too, you join that culture. You start coming to work late. That is not a winner's mindset. Because what you are doing is that instead of being an example, you are joining the crowd. At times, they will even insult you that, they operate dodo. Oh, you alecho. You understand? They will say all kinds of things about you. But a winner's mindset lets you know that what? This is the policy to follow. There was one time I was sharing an experience with a colleague, right? And the person was like, Francis, why don't you also put off your phone? And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that. That is not my nature. You understand? If I do it, I won't feel comfortable. That is not my nature. No matter how the situation is uncomfortable, my nature won't permit me. Because I think if I do this, I'll become this kind of a person. You know, bad things start with little things. So developing a winning mindset means that you are straight. Do you get my point? You are present where you are. If it's vacation, you're on vacation. If it's work, work. Do you get my point? So if maybe, nobody takes this job serious, I want to be the different. One thing I even share with people is that it is an insult, right? To be in a company or less in a work environment whereby the boss will go and employ somebody else to come and occupy a position that you think you qualify for. You understand? And most people will tell you, give me the position and see if I will not perform. No. The boss looked around and saw no one fit. You understand? With a winning mindset, we said winners always are able to predict the future. So a winner sees something and prepares for it. My boss didn't give me this position, so I don't care. Things are going wrong. I'll leave it that way. Then one day you see that the position becomes vacant, and automatically you are expecting that because I've been with company A for a period of time. In fact, I've been in the company longer or so many years than everybody else. Automatically, I'm the next in line. Then all of a sudden, a junior worker is promoted into that position. Then you start seeing bitterness, anger. Because he or she feels, I was in this company for 10 years and this person just joined for 3 years or 4 years and they've given a position to the person. It's because of the person's attitude. Whilst you thought nobody was watching, someone was what? Watching. So look how it's the way that winners don't always follow the crowd. If you are good at something, do it because that is what you are, not because of what you are getting. Because the more you do something, and we spoke about mastery, you become what? A master at it. So when the time comes for it, it's something you are already what? Used to. It will be nothing new for you. But experience of how certain people is, somebody will say, give me the chance and you will see. The people even give them the chance. And then they come back and tell you, you gave me a chance, but you didn't tell me the benefits. If you tell me the benefits and see whether you not see my skills. And I'll be like, no, you don't have a winner's mindset. A winner will not say, try me and see. The winner will do it for you to see. That's the difference between winners and losers. Oh, coach, make me the striker of the team and you see my wonders. That's a failure talking. But a winner will perform on the field and the coach will be seeing that, no, this guy, I have to make you a striker. So then we see the difference between a winner's mindset and that of a failure. Winners always let their work talk for them. But with failing mindset, they always want the benefit before maybe they show their capacity. But a winner will always let the work talk for them. So the people that you see that they rise faster or favors comes their way, not that because of what? Their mindset or their winner's mindset. And the thing too is that when you develop the winner's mindset, you move faster in life. You understand? You move faster in life when you develop the winner's mindset. You move faster in life because you realize that things you do begin to change. Everything you do, you begin to add diligence to it. Over time, you realize that you are always sharp. Do you get my point? I was talking with, let's say, there was someone who came to work for me. And after I called the person, I said, the reason why I paid you as a professional is because I believe you can do the best and you know better. But if I have to correct you, then why did I go for a professional? You understand? Let's use an example like painting. Today everybody can hold brush and paint. So imagine you go and employ the service of a painter, and the person comes to charge you huge amount of money, and after the painting work, you feel you can do better. Will you be happy? Do you get it? You will not be happy. You will not be happy because you've gotten used to what? Mastery. You know this can be done better. So you will see that a painter has come to paint, done, gone. Now you call, you didn't clean here. You didn't clean here. You should have cleaned it. Then now you come and take a tissue, a rag, and this broom. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Then he's doing the corrections. A winning mindset knows that I'm supposed to do what? Afterwards, to make sure I supervise, check, and make sure there's no mistake on my job before I'm done. That is why today, let's say for instance, in the Ghanaian society, the Lebanese and co are taking more opportunities away from us. Because they are promising you expertise work. And now many people are going in for professional. When you start making some level of income, you realize peace of mind is better than stress. You understand? When you start making a little bit, when you start understanding how life works, you realize peace of mind is better than stress. Oh, let's say you are happy. Maybe you are going to buy like something. You think, oh, this is cheap. Let me go for it. And then you realize every week you are it's giving you problems. Every month is giving you problems. You will come and realize cheap is expensive. Compared to buying quality, that once you bought the quality, you are done. Peace of mind. You move on to something else. That is what the winning mindset does to you. If you start practicing the mind of a winner, like to develop that mindset, you will see that now you begin to see things differently. A time will come, all you will see are opportunities. I was telling somebody that I can never be hungry. Hungry, never. It's not possible. Because I've trained my mind to a level whereby I see so many opportunities around me. So once you see problem or you see no opportunity, I see so many opportunities. I tell somebody that I can drive trotro and within 1 year I'll be rich. While somebody will drive trotro all their year, it's all about what? The mindset. Are you aware there's nothing new under the sun? Are you aware of that fact? There's nothing new under the sun. All people do is what? Innovation. All people do is what? Innovation. So with the winner's mindset, when we say the winner stands out of the crowd, if I'm a trotro driver, I'll tell my mates, we'll wear uniform. Our car will be neat every day. Whilst people do their car anyhow, we will do ours neat. We'll add a little extra. You work, how you start working. So you realize that with time, people, if it's possible, we'll do it. So you realize that a time will come, when people even pay, because they don't ask for their change. It's all about what? The mindset. The winning what? Mindset. Have you not heard of an Uber driver who has Wi-Fi, do whatever in their car, and then whenever people pick it, they are happy? It's all about what? The mindset. Somebody sees the car and be like, whoa, I like your service. Can you manage a business for me? Can you manage a taxi company for me? Or I want to buy cars. Can I buy for you? It's all about having that mindset of growth, whereby you know you can do things differently. One of the things that made me so happy was when I developed the winning mindset. I stopped seeing problems. All I started seeing were opportunities. Of course, there will be challenges. It's not easy to have a winning mindset. That one, nobody should like. It's not easy. The problems will come. The challenges will be there. But a winning mindset gives you joy. Because you know, oh, nothing lasts forever. I can overcome this. You sit down, you draw a plan. When a problem comes up, you draw a plan. Quickly, you find solution. You move on. There are people who are going through the same cycle, year in, year out. Year in, year out. You ask some of them, so how long have this been going on? Oh, for the past 5 years, 10 years, 7 years. It's because what? They've not trained their mindset to be the mindset of a winner. When you train your mind to become the mindset of a winner and you start practicing the principles, it won't happen overnight. These principles or things we spoke about, it will take 1 month for it to become part of you. It will take a while, one at a time, one at a time. So a time we can realize that it shapes you into a different kind of person. So it's very necessary that you have the winner's mindset. Because the winner's mindset is a mindset of always winning. Nobody likes to lose. Or no one wants to be a failure. Once you start making that a priority, you start seeing so many changes in your life. Because winners never settle for, how do we call it, less. They always settle for what? The best. They always settle for the best. They stop at nothing until what? They achieve the best. That is what winners do. When people say it's impossible, they say it's what? Possible. So there's no way a winner will look back and say, last year was better than this year. It's not possible. Because winners are always what? growing. They are always progressing. It's like you, December is coming in about 2 months' time. You from 23rd December or 22nd December go, you start watching TV3 news. They'll go interview the market women. Oh, last year, not by now, people were buying, things were moving fast, but this year, not good at all. But, but if you go back to watch last year's this thing interview, they will say, last year by this time people were buying things were good, but this year is what? Winners always celebrate growth because they are always making constant progress. Winners always celebrate growth because they're always making constant progress. So the winning mindset is something I would advise we all take serious to develop. When you develop it, it comes with so much joy. Things that you least expected are things that will begin to work for you. So all the challenges that you used to face, you realize that, oh, this thing I can now do better. You understand? With a winning mindset, it determines how you live your life. What is pursuing you determines how you live your life. Some of us at age 20 or at age 19, all we used to think of was sleep, fun, and happiness. But if at this age you make mistake to think that way, what is pursuing you now is different. What is pursuing you now is different. A time will come, you want to buy something for yourself, but you look at it you start calculating the children's school fees, the children's this thing, the children's this thing. Then you pull back and then you continue your journey in peace. And then you look back and you say, I would have bought this thing if I were single. When I was single, I didn't have savings. So how can I want something and I'll see money in my account and I'll say I won't go for it? If I don't buy it, my soul will not be at peace. Until I buy it, then when I come and sit down inside, we call it outside gentility, home cry. What is pursuing you determines how you run. So in developing the winner's mindset also, you can adapt something we call the 5-hour rule. Something we call the 5-hour rule. Naturally, some of us, we are lazy, or let's say, developing seriousness. I'm not going to stand there and talk as if it's easy. So in everything, you start gradually. So let's say the 5-hour rule just talks about the fact that 1 hour a day for 5 days. Just use it to do something positive. So if it's about the winning mindset rules you want to learn and start applying, you 1 hour a day for 5 days. So if you want to say out of 24 hours in a day for 1 week, you cannot sacrifice 1 hour a day for 5 days. That means that truly you yourself, you are not ready to go out. Because even that 1 hour a day, you can do it 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes for the 1 hour to sum up. Just means that for 1 hour a day, use it to do something positive. For 1 hour a day for 5 days. The 5-hour rule. So 1 hour a day, you do something positive. Do something positive. position where you think you are valuable to your company? Mm. No, this be honest to yourself. Are you at a position where you think you are valuable to your company? Where what you do within that company is very unique? Mm. Are you sure? Be honest with yourself. Oh. Where you think they won't replace you overnight. Mm. Why if you go and you tell, oh, sir, HR, I want to resign. Oh, we miss you. So when are you starting your? When are you resigning? Hope tomorrow. uh, or they will tell you, no, hold on. What are you talking about? Please, you let me talk to boss. I will come back to you. And then they call you and say, do you want increase in salary? Are you, when you look at yourself, are you at that position within your company? Is that,
I want to my okay, if suppose you are in an organization where when you are asking for a leave, you are not getting, they don't give it to you. If you absent yourself, you will always be called. But when it comes to salary, when you ask for, it's a privilege. You only ask, you only say you do it. When you are going for maybe school, if you want to ask for leave for school, they will tell you that you wait. They will not give you, but there are certain people that are being given leave and also other things. Are you available to your company? He's asking the question based on what is.
oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe from experience of what is happening, I think with that being said, it's a question of, are you being used or are you being valued? You understand? Because there are companies that not that they really need you, but just to use you and keep you, they will, because they're not willing to employ any new person. So let's say the work you are doing, should they lose you, they don't care. They can get another replacement. But since they are not losing you, they're not willing to bring another replacement. So since we can use you to do the work, so let's say instead of being two workers, it's only you. So when you are going on leave, that means who is going to play the role? But whereby, let's say there are 5 of you playing that same role. Let's say operations office, and there are 5 of you playing that same role. And anybody goes on leave is normal. But as soon as you go on leave, the phone calls start coming. But there are 5 of you that you are doing the same work. So why is that when me I'm on leave, then phone call? Because as a worker, per standard company procedure or the right procedure of working, when you are on leave, work still has to do what? Continue. But when you are on leave and your presence begin to be felt, that means at that point in time, your value, because there are options available. So hence, if they've employed 5 people to be operations and your absence begins to worry the company, and then they know that no, this person brings on a value that the others are not bringing on. So let's say there are people that when you go to a company, once you make effort to do more, they start pushing all the jobs to you, because they realize that you have made yourself available. Like, honestly speaking, I'm never against that attitude. All I tell people is that do it. Let them push it on you. Do it. But make sure you are growing. That should not deprive you of growing. So there was this true life story whereby the guy was always the one doing everything. If he decides to go on leave, the boss will get angry. Because, of course, the boss is the manager in charge. If anything goes wrong, it's the manager that will query. And you happen to be the best worker, he knows when you're on duty, everything will go fast, fast. So everything is you. But then the others were going to school. But you were not able to because you're always working. Somebody can call in sick for 1 week. They'll let you go and replace the person. They let you go and do this. So when it's time for promotion, they let them go, but you don't go. I tell the person, no, this one is you are being used. You understand? Because the others know the company procedure. They know promotion counts as qualification. So let's say if company is going to promote to a position, they'll ask for masters. They'll ask for this. They've gone, they are doing it. So they don't take the work serious because they always need time to go to school and study. So they've abandoned the work on you. Do you understand? And because of that, you too, because of the pressure of the work, you are not able to go to school and study. Like, no, in this situation, you are not an asset. You just made yourself available to be used because there's no benefits coming in it for you. This is that's why I made the reference in saying that are you being used or you are being valued? You need have to know the difference, whether you are being used or you are being valued. Because let's say they employ 5 of you to do a work and the others are not willing to learn, but the boss doesn't care. And everything is you. So let's say by 4 p.m., everybody will close and only you stay behind to work more. Sometimes it's good, you need to weigh the situations. But in event where I personally go angry, I tell the person to think twice is that when there's promotion due, the boss will watch the others go and watch you stay. He will not put in a word for you. Then I tell the person that, see, henceforth, just tell your boss you have gone back to school. And when it's your leave, take your leave. Because it's a sacrifice you are making for him personally that the owners of the company do not know. Do you understand? The owners of the company are not aware. So when it comes in terms of value, you can personally measure your value. Let's say when you're on duty, you see things going fast, and it's not that you are sabotaging. It's because of your attitude. There are people that will sabotage. When they are on duty, they'll do things so that the work will go well. When they are not, they don't know, they'll not be on duty. Certain things they'll make sure it's not in place. That one is sabotage. But the question you are trying to ask over here is that when you look at yourself and your environment and the people you are working with, how do you place? You can measure yourself among the team. It's always possible. Maybe you look at a team and you say, oh, among these people, I'm the serious worker. Because a customer will come, maybe people are sitting down, and then if you study, most banks they do it. Some tellers, they will totally be delaying with one customer because they don't want to be counting plenty money, so that another teller will be moving faster. Another teller will be moving faster, and will be calling more people. He will be. I can see the mindset. So you can know the difference yourself whether you are being used or you are being valued. So the question over here is that when you weigh your situation in your company, what is your value? It's something that we all have to do. You need to always know your value within a company, whereby you weigh yourself and see, what am I contributing? For instance, let's say in university, you're always the one that you are back. When they ask questions, you are the back, you're the back, you're the back. But when you learn the winners method and whatever you've learned, if they ask question now in university, if you don't know it, you say something, because you are making your presence known. So by the time you finish your school, you won't be among those who will say, the lecturer will say, were you a student of my class? Really? I never knew. But he will say, you are the one that is always answering questions and all that. Oh, you understand? So in the company, how is your output like? How you do work? How does your boss view you, or how do they rate you? How do your colleagues see you? Do you understand? There was a company recently, promotion were due some of the workers. The whole company knew these 2 or 3 people are the ones who deserve the promotion. Everybody knew that if it doesn't go to one of these 3 people, or it doesn't go to all of them, then something might have happened back door. Why? Because of what? Their working culture. So automatically, everybody knew. That is where I want us to apply that mindset. I have a mindset whereby I always want to be among the best, or the best in the room. It's not competition. I'm not competing with anyone, I'm competing with myself. Whereby if somebody can do better, we are all human beings. If the person can do better, why can't I also do what? Do better. So now I'm challenging myself to also be what? Better. So when an opportunity presents itself, I can do what? Be qualified for it. So always make sure your presence is felt. At times, your presence is felt by your dressing, by how you talk, how you look, and how you do things. Do you get our point? Always make sure your presence is felt. And you know your value. So that's like I said, winners have a strong work ethic. Don't be comfortable, you don't know it. How can company A employ 10 people and say you are all, let's say, operation or account officers? And there's an account issue. I don't know, it's going to give it to this person. No. That is where I challenge myself. I say, I always want to be the best, or the best in the room. Because how come this person knows it and I don't know it? That means quickly I have to go and learn from the person, or learn on my own, or learn from the person. So that next time when that same problem comes, I can solve it. But people whereby in the company, hey, as for this problem, unless you go and see person A, but you're all on the same category, the same pay category, the same work category, and you are happy, you can't solve the problem, but another person has to do it. So what? You should always know your value within a company. How can you be in an office whereby there will be challenge, and when the boss comes in, where is Steven? He didn't come to work today. Call him to find out how to solve this thing. And you feel comfortable. Do you understand the kind of now? How should you feel comfortable? How do I imagine, let's say, knowing Susie has come from mentorship class or is part of mentorship trying to grow. And then Susie and her team, there's a problem. The boss comes in. This problem is taking 2 days. What is the challenge? Where is Charlton? What? Sir, he's on leave. Charlton, resume work tomorrow. Because the boss feels that Charlton being on leave is why this problem has been going on for 2 weeks. But if he or she resumes work tomorrow, problem will do what? At that point, you know you are making an impact. You understand? At that point, you know you are doing what? You are making an impact. So that is the kind of impact we need to make in our life and in our workplace. Whereby our presence will be felt. If you look around, right, you notice that there are people in your office or your workplace who always stands out. They always do what? They stand out. And they stand out, they don't stand out with their map. That one, those people don't follow them. There are people who stand out with their map. And there are those who stand out by their work. You should aim to be those who stand out by their work, not those who stand out with their map. Do you get it? So by so doing, one, you easily get recommendations. Some of you today, let's say if you have to go back to your former place or school, whatever, and you want recommendation, nobody knows you. Nobody will be willing to give you that recommendation you need. So let's stand out in anything we do. That should be our priority. Right, I want us to start making impact so that the class or whatever we've been learning here, I want us to start putting it to use. So one of the first focus I want us to focus on in this month of October is how can I make an impact at my workplace or around my surroundings? How can I make an impact? Take pride in whatever role you are playing and make an impact. See, the blessing comes from God, not from mankind. You will think you are wasting your time, but when it's time, you see the outcome yourself. And I can personally say I'm a product of that. Where you think no one is watching, where you think no one is seeing what is going on, but you are giving your best 100%. You can always trace success back to something. You can always trace it back to something. Whatever I used to do those days, I always give my 100% best. Always 100%. If I won't give my 100%, I won't do it. That was my policy. If I can't give my 100%, I won't do it. If I will do it, meaning I'm giving what? My 100%. So this month of October, that's what I want us to focus on. How I'm giving my 100% at my workplace. There is some of us that we feel we know better than our boss. There's a reason why he or she is your what? Boss. So yours is to do what? Give 100%. And when it's time for growth, you see that growth yourself. You understand? You see that growth yourself. With the paper we have, what we've just done, the goal of it is to help us guide our thoughts in this month of October. I want us to challenge ourselves. Let's say the first question, what do you want life to be about? I mean, you cannot be coming here for nothing. There is something you want or something you want to see. But until it's written, you will not know. What do you want life to be about? This is something where if you're able to, whatever you put there, you can start, you can even keep the paper and get a book and be writing and let these things be things that you think about on daily basis. What do I want life to be? What do you want to accomplish? These are things you need to start putting down, and then with what we've been learning so far, the self-improvement, self-discipline, self-value, problem-solving skills, all those things, you can start putting them to use. So you can see we talk about the fact that how can you make the most out of your current situation? Or the number four, if there are no good options, what's the best you can do? The number five, who is stopping you? What's stopping you? What's holding you back? Who wants to share something? Who is stopping you? What's stopping you? What's holding you back?
Who is stopping me? It's myself.
Okay.
Myself, because sometimes you put out a plan only to get up one day to procrastinate, only to get up one day to postpone it, only to get up one day to abandon the plan. So it's back to myself. I can't do it.
So what's stopping you or what's holding you back?
Myself.
And you realize your stuff. So what's holding you back from changing it?
I'm not motivating myself to go back to it, take it out. It's like I'm looking down upon myself.
Mhm. Anybody else?
Okay. Yes, I also think yes. What was stopping me is my mindset. Because I believe that the situation of which that I am, someone has come there or has passed through there and are successful. How come I can't be successful in that situation? So I decided, oh, it's my mindset that is making me so. So in the first place, what I have to do is that to change my mindset. If it is about an education of which that I am lacking, I have to pursue it to at least climb the ladder. That is why maybe you ask of maybe in the next 5 years
Yes,
or
okay.
2 years, what are your
Plans.
yes, of success? And indeed, there are some plans that you set for yourself. You say that, oh, let me go to school. In the next 2 years, you have some targets to meet. So upon all the hardships that you are passing through, you can at least save a little to school yourself. Then in the next 2 years, you know someone who will definitely be in that position of which that your qualification can get you in that position. And that is what maybe some of us are.
So I'm sure, I hope now you yourself, you know who is stopping you, what's stopping you, what's holding you back. You know those challenges yourself. And when you go to the question six, what are the seven things going on well in your life? And what are the seven things you think you need to improve as soon as possible? So let's say some of the things you need to improve as soon as possible. Based on the conversation we had, I can say ASAP is your finances. Your finances. ASAP, you need to improve upon your finances. Upon your finances. Then number 7, what can you be the best at in the world? Indirectly, what do you think your purpose is? What can you be the best at in the world? If you are able to answer, then you're able to define a picture of where you want to be in the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. These are some of the questions that shapes our thinking and our mind. What can you be the best at? Or let's say, for instance, the number 6, what are the things going on well in your life? Or the things you need to change, you need to improve ASAP. Let's say, at a point in my life, I would say I was things going on well, things were moving progressively. But as I started to improve, maybe let's say, oh, I wasn't okay with the fact that if my car breaks down, it has to go to the mechanic, and maybe I have to switch to taxi or other transport. So ASAP, how do I need to improve? I needed to get options of cars so that when a car breaks down and go to mechanic, if even 2 weeks, I don't have to do what? Be calling the mechanic. So ASAP, what did I do? I got to work on it. So once you see things that you think are not going well, it determines your solution. As like I said, when you know what is pursuing you, you know how to run. So how you live your life or how you is based on what is what pursuing you. Somebody is there, he or she is comfortable with picking trotro, or comfortable with um he or she is comfortable with asking people for money. Well, that is a person. Maybe let's say if you're asking people for money. So over here, what are the things you need to improve ASAP? No, then we write it over there to stop asking people for what? Money. So straight away, if that becomes your focus, you sit down and start thinking, what can I do? So the solution is what will determine what you should do. There are some of us where we have to go and do extra work, not because we want to, but because that is what the solution demands. So when somebody says, I've been in the house for one year, no work, so calling friends to give them money every time, that means that they've not seen anything important to change ASAP in their life. Because you will see somebody pushing truck in the market or doing labor, mason work, because what? That is what the solution demands, to put food on their table or table of the family. So that area is supposed to provoke us to know what to do. And what can you be the best at? No, is what will help you know what to do. What can you be the best at that people will pay you for it? What can you be the best? Christian spoke about being a software developer. That means that before Christian even thinks of doing it, you know that there are so many software developers out there. And there are so many softwares in the system. So if he's becoming an expert, that means he has to study hard to be part of the top software developers. You understand? That means there's more work he needs to do it, put in. There's more work he needs to put in. Maybe once people are using 1 week to develop basic softwares, you want to use 1 month. That means no, you need to do what? Put in more work. Whilst people are using 24 hours to build basic websites, you are asking for 2 months. That means what? You need to improve, put in more work. And what would success look like? you need to be able, I don't know what you wrote there, but what would success look like? You see, knowing you are making progress is an empowerment that helps you continue. You understand? When you realize you are making, you should know what your success picture will look like. So when you are getting there, you know, Charlie, the picture is becoming clear. What would success look like to you? What would success look like? Maybe to a footballer, success would be to play for a top class team. So if today maybe he's in EPL and he's playing the EPL league, he knows Charlie, the future is becoming what? Bright. Because he's from a local club in Ghana. Now he's playing in England. Whoa, that means I'm doing what? I'm getting there. I want to play for a top class team. He's beginning to see that means that if I work hard, I'll do what? You should know what success will look like to you. So maybe you can decide to break it down. Maybe success in the next 1 year or 2 years, this is what success will look like to me. In the next 5 years, this is what success will look like to me. So if in the next 1 year, what success will look like to you, you see the picture, then you can know what success will look like in the next 2 years. You understand? You should know what success picture will look like. There are people who don't even know. So when they're even making progress, they don't know it. And hence, they tend to give up. But there are times they are getting so close to their destination. And also knowing what success picture will look like, let's help you to shape your life. Let's say if maybe you're a driver, right? You know clearly what success picture may look like. Maybe that maybe you own the car. So if you're not owning the car, you're working for somebody, the success picture is more of like, I want to become the car owner. So when you become the car owner, it puts some joy in you. You see what success looks like. And then what? At that point in time, you can define a new picture. So let's say you can define pictures for the next 10 years. And you know all you need to do? One thing about success is what? All you have to do is to repeat. All you have to do is to repeat. That is how come I said earlier, it is dangerous to take advice from people who this thing is based on lack. Because lack, what are you going to repeat? But those who went through the process, all you have to do is to repeat. So when somebody says, oh, as for me, I cannot make it. No. We can all do it. All you have to do is to do what? Repeat. And whether I like it or not, at a point in time, you have achieved success in something. So all you need to do is to go and think about what you did and do what? Repeat it. So let's say, for instance, the guys, if you're finding life difficult today, you think, life is so difficult, I'm struggling, there's no hope. There is hope, because at a point in time, you've achieved success before. So let's say if you don't remember anything at all, if you have proposed to a girl before and the girl said yes, that was success. So all you have to do is go back and find out how you did it for her to say yes, and repeat that same process in whatever you are doing now. So let's say, for instance, daily calling. You took the number, you call morning, afternoon, evening. That is what? Persistence. So now I'm going to apply that persistence to what? Your business. There are times you wake up, you think, let's say in the evening, After you finish talking and you say good night, you when the lady has gone to bed, you are staying up or are done, you are up, you are thinking, you are looking for romantic message to send to a friend, a girlfriend, romantic this. Then you spend like 2 hours researching and drafting a nice message so that by 7 a.m., 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. you do what? You text her, please, how was your night? Hope you woke up. You text. That was what? Learning. So what do? You repeat that same process in your business. Maybe the first time you want to propose, she said, oh no, can we be just friends? That was failure. But did you stop? You kept going. So if you fail in the business, what do? You keep going. You know, oh, she said no, 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 but finally she said yes to me. So no matter what, we've all achieved success in something before. So all you have to do is to do what? Repeat the process. There's no need to struggle. Whatever you succeeded in the past, just go back, sit down, think, write the process down, repeat it, repeat it. So when you're able to see what success would look like for you, all you need to do is to start repeating the steps. Repeating the steps. So once you see the first picture, second picture, third picture, you know, at this rate, I'm on track. So if you can't see, it's like me saying, what is your vision? Where do you see yourself in the next? Where is your vision? So you should want to know what success would look like for you. I don't know if anybody wants to share what they wrote over there. I don't know if anybody wants to share what they wrote over there. Okay. Yeah. Having your own car. Okay. That's good.
Owning my own business.
No.
Shoe factory.
Okay. Okay. So it brings us to the next point. What do you need to be successful? So Christian said, owning my own car. I said, owning my own business. So Christian, what do you think you need to do to own your own car? How do you plan to save?
Yeah, we learned something about financial goal. So within my financial goal, I can plan it in a way that it can afford a car. So when I work towards it, then I get my financial goal maybe at the end of December. So that I can buy the car easily and still continue.
Okay. So now, maybe let me share something also with you. You've thought of something. You don't know how long that will take. You understand? So let's say owning my own car. I thought of the fact that okay, maybe people are doing work and pay. Uber. After 3-4 years, they own the car. Okay, I can save as well. Okay, then let me go and look for Uber to do so that I make the process a bit faster. So maybe the work and pay, I'm supposed to pay 2,000 every month. Okay, per my work schedule, I can only be working instead of 8 hours, I can only work 5 hours a day. Okay, fine. Maybe the Uber, the first is 2,000 a month. So maybe for the first 3 months, that'll be what? 6,000. Okay, I've been able to save 5,000. I've been able to save 7,000. So if I take work and pay, and even I'm making short, I'm doing only 1,000 a month, I can take 1,000 from my savings and be paying the work and pay. Okay, Saturdays and Sundays, Saturday, the whole day, I work full time. Sunday after church, I work full time. Because Monday, I have to do what? Go to work. So with a good, carefully laid down plan, what will happen? In 3 years, you become the owner of a car. So what do you need successful? No? This is how a plan has been done, has been developed. Okay, when I take my leave, I would work maybe from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. and sleep. The next day I have to maybe 2 p.m. Then when I wake up again, I go. So what? You've taken your leave. You are still resting. You are still doing what? Still making money. Okay, this will not work for me. What option? So by the time you realize you develop, I said the problem creates the solution. It pushes your thinking abilities. So once you've seen the picture, you sit down, you start thinking, you start putting down points, you jotting down point. You understand? So by the time you realize you found solutions, there's some solutions I won't share here because if you're not mentally strong for that kind of solution, you will get into serious trouble. And it will be like, uh, Francis, our mentorship class we went to, he shared, he gave us that idea. So I won't share it. You understand? I won't share it so that uh, if you're not mentally strong, or as I said, that the winner's mindset, it takes time to build. When you go through and you build it, you'll be seeing so many words, solutions. Do you get a point? You're seeing so many solutions. Out of the cars I own, it's only one car I bought cash. You understand? But as I said, I won't share the solutions because you're not mentally strong for it. It will put you into trouble and you say, it is that mentorship class we went to. Do you get my point? So, the how do we call it? For instance, the solutions. Oh, you're an IT developer, so okay. If I can create a website for people and even make 1,000 CDs every month, that will help me to do what? Save more to pay. So what happens? You're looking for people you can build websites for and take 1,000. So even if somebody people are taking 4,000, 3,000, so long as you can get the 1,000 is your target and you know you can do a good job, you go out there to start looking for business. Your target is to get one customer a month. And because we pray as well, you realize that God makes it what? Possible. So once you see it and you see the solution, yours is to just do what? Take action. And per my personal experience, I've realized that anytime you see what you want, you develop the plan and you take action, it comes to pass. So if your target is that, oh, I want to raise 10,000 before December so that I can have the basic to buy a car next year, it's possible. You realize that before December, you've gotten it. So right now, you start going out, you start going online, you contact people, you send email address. I mean, the solutions will start coming. So by the time you realize every month you're designing 2 websites, 1, 2, you've raised your money. Please, you're saying something.
Okay, I was saying my own wanting to own my own shoe factory. Yes, I said I have to work hard and keep a positive mindset towards it because it's something that I have started. I started in 2014 and I'm still building up on it.
You see, sometimes it's about being smart. Let's say shoe business. Everybody is wearing shoe lately. Everybody is wearing shoe. So being smart and being innovative. Maybe at the office, you look at the kind of shoes people wear to work or church. Look at the kind of shoes people wear. There's something I call target marketing, right? And this is what I do. With the target marketing, let's say I look at Madam Edna, I see she likes shirt. Or I look at her and say maybe she's a size 14 or size 16. So maybe I'm going to buy like 3 tops. Maybe me guessing her size, she may be a 14 or 16. But I don't know matter what, she'll be between that range. So maybe I'll go for 2 beautiful 14, size 14 top, and 2 beautiful size 16 top. Then I come, oh Madam Edna, I have some shirts. So she would think it's random shirts. Or just go through and she just buy one for me. When she goes through, she will find one that will perfectly fit her. Hey, wait, I'm size. Oh. She doesn't know it's target marketing. So maybe she buys one from me for the month of, maybe based on her situation. At times when you look at certain people in their lifestyle, you can know their financial situation or lifestyle. Okay, so maybe I came to Edna to buy something from me in the month of October. I won't go again until December or January. And then I come back again. By that time, enough time, she won't complain. Or maybe, for instance, oh, Edna, please, the shirt is what? 150 cedis. But you, please, if you can pay me 50 cedis, the rest pay it small, small. Maybe in reality, I bought the shirt for 70 cedis. So if she pays the down payment, I've gotten 90% of what? So if you talk about shoes, target marketing, innovation, you see your colleagues, the kind of shoes they like. You look at one or two people, even through normal conversations. Oh, me, I wear a size 9 or size 9, maybe open. Then you realize that, oh, this person, he likes to buy. You can go and design a shoe that is not the person likes because you see the kind of shoes he wears. When you come, you design like 3 or 2. You're coming to sell it to him. Oh, I have some shoes, come and have a look at it for me. The person will look at it and say, oh, the shoes are nice, they fit me very well. Okay, how much is it? Okay, maybe take cash, or maybe I'll pay you installment. You understand? And in target marketing, what I tell people is, if maybe the thing was bought at 50 CD and I'm selling it at maybe 120 because of the credit, make sure the down payment is about 90%. So that's of the initial amount you bought the thing. So if I bought the thing for 40 and I'm selling it 80, and I convince you to make a down payment of 30 or 25. If you decide not to pay the rest, because in credit, I took my actual cost in buying the thing, I got 90%. The rest is my what? Profit. Out of 20 customers, trust me, 15 or 12 will be loyal in buying and paying. And you make your money. So when this target marketing approach, I've used it several times. Several times. So it's like you target somebody, you know what they need and what they may need. It's also about being observant. You understand? It's about being observant. As I said about when you develop the winner's mindset, these are the things that it comes to you naturally. Because you've learned, you've put it into practice, and now your brain is that sharp. So you know how to find solution. Somebody's having a problem. They are sharing their problem with you, but whilst they are sharing their problem, you are developing solution. So the next time you meet them, you are selling your solution to them, but they don't know you are selling your solution to them. So before you realize, you are making profit off their problem. That is not bad. I found solution to your problem, and I'm also doing what? Making profit. So when we did that tax some time back, that do or sell anything and make 500 CD the target, and many of you did not. It was because you did not think outside the box. But now you are learning some of these things. You could, let's say, if in your own colleagues, you couldn't raise 500 CD among them, that should tell you you're not being innovative. You understand? If among your own colleague, let's say if I wanted to sell in this mentorship class, I know what to sell to each person and how to make my money back. You need to be very observant. So at the workplace, it's all out. It comes from learning. It's not natural. You learn it. Once you learn it, you do what? All these things begin to come. So with the shoemaking business, for instance, it's a very nice business. Is that there are things that are part of my list that one day I would like to do in the fashion when I want to do fashion business. So if you're already in the field, it's a business that if I know me, I know how I will make so much money. So it's all about being like me sharing with you. One of the ways you can start is by start with target marketing. You understand? So if let's say you see the shoe your boss is wearing or colleague is wearing, you see the quality and the beauty of it. Now your target will be to do something similar or better. Once you do something similar or better, there's 90% chance the person will buy it. You understand? The person will buy it. But lately, Because support a business, where people we are dipping each other. Somebody will bring something, this thing, there's no way you ever wear it. But because of support a business, you do what? You buy it. And business only grows when the customers keep coming what? Back. So always you do at your best. Do you get the point? And you realize that it's very easy. So let's say you target two customers every month. If the profit on issue is maybe 200 CD, that means extra 400 CDs you are making what? Every month. The last one, what's lifting you up or keeps you going? Who wants to share what they wrote there? What's lifting you up or what keeps you going?
I said, God factor and my determined mindset.
Okay, what's lifting you up or keeps you going? It's a God factor and mindset. Where again?
I also learned that if you are succeeding, whatever you are doing, it boosts up your creativity. It lifts you up.
Okay. Faith and hope. Okay. What's lifting you up or keeps you going? Anybody again?
Prayer, good decision, and desire to succeed.
Okay. Blair.
I wrote faith and determination to seek here.
I also wrote seeing the government of food. Myself as a person like.
Okay. I also wrote the desire to provide for the family and support others. That's what lifts me up and keeps me going. The desire to provide for the family and support others. That is what keeps me going. So even when I want to give up and I look at the reason why I'm doing it, it keeps me going because there are some of you can't give up just because of your family. The extended family depends on you. Your own family depends on you. Your friends depend on you. So because of people that depend on you, there's no way you can give up. If even you want to rest, you can't because you know what will happen should you not meet your target. The lives that will do what? Will suffer. So that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me thinking and going the extra mile. And how did you write? I want to read it myself. It's not because I said what I can't see. I want to read it myself. To look good and to anybody also wants to share? In general, maybe
I also wrote that I need to succeed to encourage someone.
Sure.
Then understanding that I need to be successful for the next generation. To be able to.
Okay. Okay. Oh, for me, I can share mine. What do you need to be successful? What I wrote is to study and be consistent in all I do. That's what I wrote. What do you need to be successful? I wrote to study and be consistent in all I do. That's what I think. If I'm able to do, I would be successful or achieve the success I want. If I'm able to study and be consistent. Study, you can study, but to become consistent, that is where Asem no wo. To be consistent. So that's what I wrote over there. So I think, as I said, I think with myself, I'm keeping this and I'm going to rewrite it well again. I'll be looking at it almost every day. Study papers, I think we've done one already. I will urge you that let's keep them and let's be reading our answers. Maybe as we've all discussed it in general, you can choose to go back and rewrite it. If maybe you want an extra paper, or maybe you want us to send it to you, we can send it to you and you print, or maybe we can print the next class, maybe you get it or anything, soft copy or super. So that, I mean, some of these things, you write them, look at it daily. Once you write them, it refreshes your mind. So I think we are bringing the class to today's session to an end.